There we are. I figured it out. Oh my God, I must be a genius. I done figured it out. Y'all got to forgive me. I just rolled out of bed. Good morning to everybody. I did not, well, I rolled out of bed because I only been asleep for like an hour because I stayed up all night. Y'all, good morning. Welcome to the first day that we're doing this little thing called Zeke Live in the Morning. This is going to be the absolute most random thing you've ever seen in your entire life. If I look like I just woke up, guess what? It's because I just woke up. And I don't know why we decided to do this at 7:30 in the morning. I don't know whose stupid idea this was, but we're doing it anyways. And so here we are nonetheless. But I'm not going to do this alone. I've got some people that are going to come on with me. The first person I'm going to bring to the stage this morning is the one and only Mr. Eric Rideout.
It's extra early.
I know whose dumb idea was this to do something at 7:30 in the morning. Like, what was
I didn't, and I barely slept last night.
Dude, I got bags under my eyes. This is. I don't think the people are ready for the randomness that this is.
There's gonna be a lot of it.
This is definitely gonna be random because, as you can see, you know what happened. Let me, you wanna know what I did?
What?
Last night? So I was up working, and then I fell asleep for like maybe we was on to what midnight or something like that.
Yeah, like after midnight.
Like just testing stuff out, and then I slept for like maybe an hour because I went in there and got some food, and then I got on Facebook. And do you know those little those little companies that have like video reels, like Flix Reel? That's the name of this, was like
right.
Flix Reel or something like that. So they caught me with like a whole bunch of episodes of some stupid, like some really stupid video, and they got me watching all the way to this episode. It's like some father who adopted this girl, then a lady found the girl, and long story short, he was rich, but he's trying to hide it from his wife because he doesn't want her to marry for money. And now like everybody is like trying to suck up to him and all that. Right. They got me all the way to a certain episode, and then they told me I had to pay, and I was like, what? And
I did? Yeah, I know what you're talking about when you can watch part of it.
Yeah. They're like little 2-minute episodes.
Like 2 or 3,
and it'd be like 95 different episodes. Yeah. So I got to a certain point and I got too invested. And so you know what I did? I paid $20 and started watching the rest of the series. So I ain't been to sleep.
Was it worth it though?
Well, I don't know. I'm still in the series. It's so funny because it's like it's made by Chinese people, clearly, like, right? But it's like,
when they have and all of them got the same thing. They all, some family run everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, and I got too invested. They got me like this in Norway, and now they got me like this in America. And this family, this is white people, but it's like the most Chinese thing ever. Like it's
and the families
slapping people and stuff.
They be like, he's the manager of the such and such.
Yeah.
They always meet up in this big old place, like they about to have a dinner or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like really invested. I'm really invested right now.
And I'm sharing this real quick to everybody.
Yeah, share it with the people. And if you're on here live with us this morning, thank you for being here. Share it with the people. As you know, me and Eric, whenever we get together, if y'all remember back in the day, we had a radio show called LX Dub Radio, and it was the absolute most random thing that has ever existed. And so we decided to do
it. Never made sense.
It never made sense. We literally did like I did today, rolled out the bed and turned the radio on and went for it. So we're picking that energy up all over again. Okay. So Mr. Eric Rideout, how's your morning going so far? Before we bring out Nick to be honest with us.
It's just early.
I know. I got my coffee. This is my.
I got to get my stuff. I got something to drink. Yeah. It's just the fact. I mean, it's cool, to do it. Hold on a second. Sorry, everybody. Just the random stuff.
Oh Lord.
But no, it's cool to do it, man. To get up in the morning and talk to people as they go to work. Say something that might be encouraging or might be funny.
Yeah.
Or may not be any of that.
Have a chance to pray with the people if we need to. People can leave a prayer request. At the end of the day, we may be random, but we still love the Lord. So, we
exactly.
Pray for anybody at any time. We'll give you a hug at any time, unless your breath stink. We don't mess with that. I did brush my teeth this morning. I did brush my teeth. Absolutely.
figuring all of this out is interesting. But
yeah, this is the first. I'm figuring it out. So this is where we at with it. This is where we at. We're gonna have fun. Eric, can I bring on our other co-host for today?
Oh yeah, bring her on if she's around.
Can I bring her on? I hope she's ready. She's backstage. She's ready. I hope she's ready. I hope she's ready for what
she might be looking like that workout from yesterday. So let's see.
Well, I'm going to bring to the stage the one, Miss Tiffany, Miss Amore. What's up, girl?
Oh, Lord. I look like I'm caught out the bed.
That's the whole gimmick here. We roll out the bed and then we shoot.
So what you can do is X out and come back in if you need to.
There's always a piece sticking
There's that piece right there. It's that same piece.
It's all good, though. It's all good.
Wait. We got to say good morning to those people. Garrick Hill, what's up, my man? LaDon Armstrong, what's good with you?
How come I can't see the comments over here? We got to learn this joint.
Liam Moan, you know what? I'm high. Tierra Shepherd, you can sign on out. Oh man, look, Zeke, who's watching? We got
who we got?
I don't even want to talk about Jordan McGee. What's up with you? Good morning, Chantel. Dillion, good morning.
Hey.
And her real name ain't Dillion. That's a little crazy.
Yeah.
Tiny little person. She moved away and went on to she moved to Texas.
Oh, I thought she was in Atlanta.
Sharice, after she sang with us on the Dollar Lord thing, she ended up moving.
She got famous. That's what happened. She got
famous.
I want to get an autograph. Okay, so for some reason, StreamYard isn't showing me the comments on the side, so I need to figure.
I'm actually looking at them on my phone, but
all right, bet we'll do the makeshift version on today.
Let me check. No, I can't see. I can't see the comments either. To be honest with you, I'm just
it's weird. I don't know what's going on here. So y'all, as y'all can see, we clearly don't know what we're doing, which is why we said let's just go ahead and do it since we don't know what we're doing. Tiffany, how you doing this morning?
I'm tired.
We kept you up. You were an hour ahead of us, so us being up till midnight was like, brutal for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was definitely brutal for me. I'm tired.
But you up now, right? So
this ain't my hours. I sleep during these hours.
And Zeke, they speaking to you too. So what you need to do, Zeke, and everybody. Oh, we got the music playing.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's see.
This thing is going to change too. It's going to go from just talking to like a radio show like we used to do.
Yeah. We just going to have fun with it. Yeah.
People saying good morning. April Minifield. Zeke said good morning.
April, what's up? Thank you, Aaron, for reading the comments. StreamYard is being cool. See, youthebomb.com. That's what I'm talking about. Because this joint is not showing me the people.
Wait,
we want
what song is that?
I don't know. Just play some music.
Oh, you got to get the other one, not that one.
Which one? That other track?
Yeah.
I might load it up for the people tonight. If we hit...
No, not yours. The other one you was playing yesterday.
Which one?
It was one of the ones that's already preset in there.
Yeah, it wasn't that preset. Oh, you talking about this one right here?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that does feel good, don't it? Oh.
What's up? Smith is joining in this morning. Smith Baptiste.
Yeah.
Tiffany, share it to your people too. So, everybody, good morning. Again, this is the first of many things we're going to do where we're going to come on, try to inspire you in the morning, make you laugh in the morning. We're going to play music. Not today. Not getting none of that.
We got to get through some other stuff before we can do that. Yeah.
And
we're trying to have them shut us down,
Right. And we're going to get a whole
just got started, got shut down.
Yeah, we'll get a whole team involved with us and make this something special every morning. Is it every morning or every other day?
Every morning. I'm on every morning. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at Tiffany's face. I'm not doing every morning.
That's the beauty of it. We don't have to.
You know what? It'll make me have to get up.
See,
otherwise, I'll just sleep the day away.
Yeah, well, that's I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
It depends on how you say that. Because that come off like,
I would
no motivation. But I get
yes, it feels good. It gives me a reason to get up.
I feel it.
Compared to the rest of us.
Did you get any sleep at all last night, Tiffany?
I did. I slept real good. It rained. Remember I told y'all Atlanta weather is bipolar?
Yeah.
It rained so hard last night. and I opened that window up, got a rain breeze, and I was knocked out. I slept good.
Oh, see, it rained here too, but the rain actually woke me. That's what woke me up after I fell asleep for a little bit. The rain is actually what woke me up, and then I got invested in that series. Like, you know, that I y'all, I'm ashamed to say it. I paid $19.90 to watch
I've done the same thing.
Some Chinese series.
Oh wow!
Very poorly
Is it
done.
in English?
It is in English, but this one is English, but there's overdubs. Like it's overdubbed,
Right.
And it's like white people with Chinese.
So the voices don't match the lips. Like
it's weird.
It's almost like it matches.
Yeah, it's like AI did it or something. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's on Flix Reels. If you've never got invested in one of these series or you don't know what we're talking about, check out Flix Reels. I promise you, they're gonna take your money. I'm telling you right now, they're gonna take your money. They took mine twice. So the first time that happened, I was in Norway and I got invested in one of these little Chinese series. Like it was like the rich chairman of the board who was like the most powerful person in the village, and everybody wanted to make a deal, and he was trying to like hide himself. Yeah,
he was a nobody.
Well, I was in Norway, and they didn't have no English TV, and so it was the only thing in English that was on my phone, and so I stayed up like all night watching it, and I paid the money so I could watch the rest of the series, and then I canceled my subscription. So I basically paid $20 to watch the dumbest series in the world, and I just did it again. I'm not good with money. My wife is gonna shoot me.
And Zeke, you know what? Norris Thompson, 102.3 FM is tuned in. Norris in the
morning. No, in the afternoon. I'm talking about the morning.
Yeah, it's morning for us.
No, I'm talking about Norris. He's in the afternoon on his radio.
Yeah, their show comes on 102.3 FM in the evening, 102.3.
Yeah. He has always shown so much love. He's always shown so much love.
Good guy.
Him and Deb, man. I love them. They actually recognize the fact that I'm from the country. Every time they introduce me, they say I'm a country boy. And I love that.
So Zeke, let's jump into something real quick.
Bet.
The president's speech last night.
Oh my Lord. Let's jump into the president's speech. So, you know,
what was your takeaway, if any?
I felt like he just said a whole bunch of the same stuff he'd been saying. So the people who love him gonna love him. The people who hate him gonna hate him. I tell you, the thing that was the takeaway for me was Al Green, Representative Al Green. Like,
wild out.
Yeah, he crashed out for real, bro. Like he did not, like he didn't care. Like I don't know, but I don't. Here's the reality. I don't really know how I feel about that. Cause like, remember when old dude did it to Obama when Obama was running? He was like, "You lie," and everybody was like, you know, mad about that. Like we were like, you know, you got to show some decorum. So I don't know how I feel about how I feel.
Oh, I get what you're saying, because just because it's President Trump don't mean
yeah.
Have a same amount of respect.
I guess right is right and wrong is wrong either way. But you know, sometimes you got to stand up for stuff. But I mean, I don't know. At this point, it's like anything goes in politics. I mean, you know, it almost feels like anything goes.
And the rest of you, good morning to Denisha Violo.
Yo, Denisha. I went to high school with her. I grew up with her. Let me take that back. I grew up with Denisha. We go way back. Yeah. Then we went to Olivette together. Yeah, we what's up, Denisha? I'm so mad the comments aren't showing up over here so I can like post them and all of that.
My god brother Kajana has joined here. What's going on with you? And Smith said he respects the office, but what do you feel, Tiffany, about you didn't watch it, did you?
I didn't watch it. I did not watch it at all. I get all my political information from you, Eric.
But you, as a Trump supporter, how do you?
I am not.
I mean, you are in Georgia, though, so you know. I mean,
I am not a Trump supporter.
How do you all feel in the comments about the president's speech? Like, do you feel it makes sense, or did he say a bunch of nothing, or did he say something that you agree with? Because overall, with President Trump, I don't agree with a lot of stuff, but sometimes he will say something that I do agree with. You know, it's not often, but sometimes he'll say something I'm like, okay, that makes sense. You know.
How do you feel about Elon Musk?
He's actually the president.
I was just going to say, should I correctly say it? President Elon
Musk. He's President. Trump is just the face. But Elon calling the shots because this man can shoot rockets into space without permission for the government. He is launching cars. He's talking about building a whole city out in space. He's already building, I think, on one of the planets. He's building a city. So that's just Elon is losing money. I think he might be. He might be.
I feel like Elon Musk losing money. Y'all remember that old joke that Chris Rock said? Like he was like talking about how wealthy Oprah Winfrey was. He was like, Oprah Winfrey is so wealthy, like like that's just real wealth. Just he was like, but Bill Gates, if Bill Gates woke up tomorrow with Oprah Winfrey's money, he would commit suicide. Like, like I feel like Elon Musk is in that point. If Elon Musk woke up tomorrow and had Donald Trump's money, he would commit suicide. Like
he would.
Like because the amount of wealth, oh my God, that's crazy.
But see,
crazy.
I've said it before, and some people got mad. But I honestly feel like America could fall.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we have, no offense, but different tanks from China and different stuff here. I think America is not what it was. And God may turn it around to something different, but to me it's
yeah.
We trashing out. I'm moving to Canada. So I can turn the lights out for the rest of the Canadians.
Moving to Canada, that's crazy work.
Yeah, I would move to Canada. I would.
Not Canada. It's cold there. Oh, but it'd be cold.
We already cold out here.
Yeah, it get cold in Chicago.
From where I stay right now, I'm 15 minutes from Lake Michigan, so it already is cold.
Yeah. Oh, and you on the east side of Lake Michigan too, like you on the eastern southern shore.
Right.
It don't get as cold. I'm like 2 blocks off Lake Michigan, but we don't get hit as hard as what y'all get hit out that way. Man, when it snow real bad, I don't even like driving that way because that lake effect snow. Can't do it. Can't do it.
But,
that's why I left the Midwest. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, she left Ohio, but she's trying to deflect.
I didn't know you from Ohio. What part of Ohio?
I'm from Columbus. I'm from the freaking national champions. What? Don't hate. Do not hate. Do not.
They finally.
We're gonna have sound effects next time.
Nobody's checking for them.
So I got my Instagram loaded up here. Jasmine and Jeremy Keys are on. Jasmine says she watched Roland Martin instead of watching the debate. Jasmine says she watched Roland Martin instead of the debate last night.
And that's on your what?
That's on Instagram. So it's just loaded up on my computer up here. And then Keys said to tell Eric he don't like your shirt. So someone doesn't like
Keys. I know that dude. He the one. He transposed everything. I think he's paying C and G.
It is crazy hearing me say wife, though. He said it's crazy hearing me say wife. That is crazy. So, y'all, in case y'all didn't know, I disappeared for a while from the social medias. Back in November, I made a post on Facebook. I said, so I did a thing, and then I never came back until like last week. And everybody was like, so what did you do? Like, you left us hanging. Well, I got married. That's what I did. So, yeah. So, yeah. We didn't have a wedding or anything. We literally, I'm going to make a video. I got one somewhere, and I'm going to share the video to the people so they can see what our wedding day actually looked like. It was like uber private. It was like nobody there except us and our pastor. Like,
I did the same thing. Well, except I had my best friend and her husband. But
so I will say this: my friend Richard came. Richard be on later on. He came and his wife. They came as well, like because we've had a 20-year pact. There goes Al Green. Yeah,
he looks like a vampire and a werewolf mix to me.
My digs.
And like that, the caveman, the one that they say, for Geico a little bit.
You know what? You're right.
Wow.
Exactly what you talking about.
We about to get banned before the show even get going.
Yeah, Manuel started off the right way. So how do you all? We have 134 views. Great.
Well, praise the Lord. 134 the first 20 minutes.
Robert Marshall is here, and Tierra Shepherd, if you log out and log in one more time, just stay off.
Yo, shout out to Dr. Robert Marshall. I'm gonna have him on, and we're gonna do some stuff. We work together for a network of things through Live Free Illinois called Community Healing Resource Centers. And so when I leave here, I got to go to work, right? So we go to our Community Healing Resource Centers where we service our community from things like gun violence, the trauma that's surrounded around gun violence and violent crimes and other things of that sort. You know, we try to get them to any kind of help that people need, but we really focus on gun violence, violent crime, the trauma that's around there, healing our communities. We advocate for gun laws and things to change, but organizations realize that the community needs healing as well. And so Dr. Marshall has an amazing site up in Waukegan. Matter of fact, Eric, you know Jesus' Name Apostolic Church.
Oh, yeah.
They got one of the Community Healing Resource Center sites. So Robert Marshall runs that. Dr. Robert Marshall, he runs that site.
The pastor over there and her husband, they used to bring a lot of people to the old LXW concerts. They used to bring like a bus.
Sure, that's right. Yeah.
They used to bring bands to every event we have.
Yeah, and we performed there a few times. Yeah,
Pastor Stearns out there used to bring a whole coach bus.
Yeah, I remember one time we performed up there. That one time we performed in Waukegan, I remember it was hot as I don't know what, and the traffic was bad. It took like 2.5 hours to get there.
Oh, outside, right?
Yeah, that outside.
That was at their church.
Yeah, at their church. Yeah, it was on the outside gig. Remember that drunk dude that I was dancing with came down there. Didn't nobody want to talk to him. If I ever do an outside show, I usually find the most drunk people, the high people, the ones they always come gravitate towards us, and we show them love.
We lost the music.
Oh, what happened to it? Oh, it went off. That's why. Let me loop.
Oh, it don't loop.
I got to turn the loop on. So this is a different. Hold on, where is that? Or maybe I turned it off. Yeah.
No, you're talking. I think you stopped it to talk about the Chinese movie.
Yeah, there you go. Now we got some undertones.
So
shout out to Amina. She's watching us on Instagram. Shout out Amina.
Amina, never heard of. Amina about to get married.
Amina's about to get married?
I think she is. Amina, I'm telling your business. You're probably about to get married.
Oh. Or we just making stuff up.
Yeah, I just made that up. It sounded good.
Just spread rumors.
Yeah,
so on Zeke in the Morning, we spread rumors. That's what we do, y'all. We start rumors, we spread them, tag and share. That's what.
And congrats to Ari and Jeremy on their new marriage coming up.
Definitely, yeah. They're getting married.
We wish many more children on them.
Ari told me that I messed up her invites. She told me I messed up her invites because I put like this long name. I put something like Mr. Ezekiel Edward Locke, the man, the mystery. So when she went to print out her invites, it like threw all the stuff off. She had to throw them all away. I felt so bad. I felt so bad.
I'm gonna do the same thing. They gotta do it again.
I felt so bad. I'm sorry, Ari. I'm sorry, Keys. I didn't mean to cost y'all money.
I don't.
I send you a few bucks.
Good morning, Nation.
Shout out Nation, one of the best person with a mic. I've been bragging on Nation for the last week.
But her name ain't Nation no more.
Oh, what's her name now?
Bella.
Oh, well, that's true.
She changed her name.
Call people by their stage names and things of that sort. True, we got to call people by their stage names and things of that sort.
Yeah, so Bella, the makeup artist and one of the best singers in the Illinois area.
One of the best. I don't think she knows how good she really is. I've been bragging on some hours for the last week, but like I think I was playing a track that she sung on that Freebird track. I was playing that. And I was telling people, I was like, y'all don't understand. Like, her voice is like magic in a studio.
If it's any part, any section.
It's just like, some people just have the ability to hit like high notes and things with a certain tone that's just not shrill. Right. Like, I hate really shrill tones. And hers is like really like pure and it's right on the note. Like, it's just, on top of just being sweet and easy to work with. It's just,
She is.
Yeah. So if anybody's looking for studio singers, look up Bella Glam Beauty. Like, that's Nation Williams. She is absolutely one of the best to do it.
So, Tiffany, since you deflected, you all that voted for Trump. You still got to defend your side.
You better leave me alone. I did not vote for Trump.
Okay, we got a question.
Not vote for him. Go ahead.
All right, we got some questions for the people.
It's okay, we listen and we don't judge. It's okay.
We're not judging you. It's okay. So here's a question to the people in the comments, okay? And here it is. Would you rather, this is a random question. We got a bunch of random questions that you'll get.
I'm gonna type it out. All right, here we go. This should be fun.
Would you rather?
Oh my God! What?
I'll laugh about it. If you had to choose one, would you rather not have your arms or not have your legs? How would you want to live? Would you want to live armless or legless? And why?
Dang, that's a good
Do you
one.
want your legs or your arms? If you had to get rid of one, which one would you get rid of? All right, Tiffany, let's start with you. What would you get rid of?
My arms, I guess.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta move around. I'm not trying to be dragging myself like this. And no.
But they got wheelchairs and stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I would get a wheelchair. I would just get a wheelchair.
They do have wheelchairs.
I gotta have my arms. I gotta be able to.
I think I would have to get rid of the arms.
Really?
Still?
No cell phone.
Yeah.
And you can't talk to nobody.
Yes, I can. Siri will do the talk. Hey Siri.
That's
How
true.
you gonna eat? How you gonna eat though?
Yeah. Exactly.
Just gonna play the food like.
All right, Kajana said he'd rather lose his legs because I can still eat and clean.
That's what I'm saying. I can still play the keyboard. I can
And
still.
you kind of
play
walk
the
on your
bass.
hands too.
You said you can do what with your hands?
People that walk on their hands, you know, some people that don't have legs, you know how they balance on their hands and still walk.
Bro, I thought you said something else. I thought you
too
said
much.
people jack off with their hands. I was like, it's too early in the morning. My God.
No, I said some people can walk on their hands.
That's crazy.
I feel like I just got married. I gotta have my arms. Like I you know, it wasn't. You know, the marriage bed is undefiled. I need my arms.
That's funny.
I'm just saying, I need legs for that. I need.
Tiffany don't want no. She don't want no arms.
No arms though. That's crazy.
You don't care about your legs. I would say lose my legs too.
But
then
you know
again,
what though? People will
Because the
give you probably
wheelchair,
a
I
lot
get
more sympathy.
prosthetics.
Yeah.
Or fake.
But
legs.
people will probably give you a lot more sympathy with no arms though. People will have to like do everything you want them to do. Like because you wouldn't be able to do it.
Then you can't. But then with no arms, you can't really do nothing. But walk.
people be eating and cooking and
How
stuff.
you gonna give your arm?
You ain't never seen that?
That's true. They be picking stuff up with
Well,
their
yeah,
feet
but
and everything.
How they take a bath? How do you wipe yourself if you go to the toilet?
Like this.
Your
They
foot
be-
can't be- your foot
It
can't
won't
be-
even work.
It won't.
I mean, you got a
Jasmine
point there.
says
though. I
she
think you
wants
got
her-
me with that one.
You said it.
So Jasmine says she wants her arms. She says she would rather have no legs. She wants her arms. Yeah. Mm.
I
Yeah.
would. Yeah, because you can't wash nothing. You can't take a bath.
Yeah,
You
you're
can't
right. That would be an
If you
awkward
go to the
position.
toilet, you can't wipe yourself. Your foot don't go that far back either way.
You gotta
That's true.
wipers. But you can't even do the clap. Like that's the crazy part. You can't even go.
Oh,
can't do
here's
that.
a question.
Clap
Here's
my
a
feet.
question. For you two that are married, and this is for other married people, could you do that for your spouse?
What? Wipe them?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
You
so
know
Tiffany,
what?
Tiffany,
Yeah.
Eric was sick. They had diarrhea. No, wait. And he was
Woo.
like, Tiffany, come in here and, clean me up. Could you do it?
I wouldn't want to. I mean, yeah.
No,
I
that ain't the
could do
question.
it.
Would you clean them up?
Yeah, I could do it. Because remember, I worked in the medical field in the career, so I didn't had to, mess around in people's boo-boo and stuff like that. Yeah.
Could you do it, Zeke?
I would. Yeah, I would. I would. I
Yeah.
would for my wife. I would.
I
Like-
probably honestly would not.
You wouldn't?
I just hold her legs and pull her around on the carpet. So,
Just get you like a shower. Get you one of those showers that like comes off with the hose on it. Just
Oh, yeah.
Hose them down.
hose her down. Just make it.
now, here's another question.
Bogus.
Oh yeah, Zeke, you're checking on Instagram. And
Yeah, I'm checking on my IG. Y'all, I will have it figured out. We'll figure out how to make it go so the comments will come across here
we
tomorrow.
can see your comments.
Apparently, there's some additional steps that I have to do. One thing I missed in the testing process. How about that? So
Here's another one.
But that's why we do this. That's why I decided to go live this week so that we can figure this stuff out.
And those in the comments, if you have a question you would like to ask and want us to answer it, no matter what it is, ask, and we will give you our professional answer. Here's one.
A professional answer. I don't know how professional this answer is, but I'll give you my answer.
Here's another one. What is the worst breakfast food?
What is the worst breakfast? I love this whole questions thing. I love this. I'm typing these all in too. What is the worst breakfast food? The worst right now is eggs. God, dog, that's like luxury eating, right? That's like caviar right now.
Eggs, yeah.
When I went to the store, eggs was like $8 and some change at the Walmart up the street. Like in Indiana. Like what?
$8 for some
for some eggs, for a dozen eggs, or maybe that was the 18. Either way, it don't matter. $8 for eggs is insane.
$8 is crazy. Regardless,
I'm from the country. You used to be able to get like eggs for like $1, like a dozen eggs for like $1.
Right.
Like that's crazy.
It's almost like the conversation we had last night, and I didn't mean to ask what's the worst breakfast food. What do we consider old people breakfast food? That's what I meant to ask. People that's watching, what do you consider old people breakfast food?
Old people,
cream of wheat.
Definitely
cream of wheat.
Yeah, cream of wheat.
I've never had that.
You've never had cream of wheat?
It look like grits to me.
You don't like grits?
I like them, but what does cream of wheat taste like?
It's hard to describe it. It's got like but it's like grits.
Yolanda says oatmeal is old people breakfast. Not oatmeal, no.
Oatmeal is delicious.
That feel good.
Tierra said oatmeal. Tierra's only 20 something, so she don't know no better. You still eat your food in finer plates.
But it got to be the right oatmeal though. Like I like oatmeal that's made in a pot. If it's like regular flavor, you got to have some sugar and stuff in it. But it got to be made in a pot. It can't be.
Only like maple and cinnamon.
The maple and brown sugar and the cinnamon. Well, if I do the instant, I got to mix 1 pack of strawberry with 1 pack of peaches and cream. Strawberries and cream and peaches and cream. You mix them together. I'm telling you, that's a snack. That's delicious.
So Tierra says she likes what's this? Anything with oats in it.
Anything with oats? I can give her that. Yeah. I like oatmeal cookies. I like old people food. We was talking about old people cereal last night. Cereal. Remember we were talking about old people cereal last night.
Honey and oats.
Honey and oats.
What's another one?
What's the one? Raisin Bran.
Raisin Bran, definitely.
Raisin Bran. Yeah,
shredded wheat to me is the ultimate old people
shredded
food.
Wheat.
Not even the mini wheat, like the main shredded wheat, the big block.
The big one.
It's another one.
That's the one. That's the one.
It's another one though. We were talking about yesterday. It was not honey and oats, but it was
Raisin Bran.
No, it's
nuts and honey.
Yolanda said cornflakes.
Cornflakes, definitely.
Yes, that is.
Yeah.
I grew up on cornflakes. Oh my gosh.
You don't like cornflakes?
No, I hate them.
Real talk.
I ate them every day. Every time I was hungry, my aunt would be like, "You better go in there and make a bowl of cornflakes." Like
with the rooster on the box, with the green rooster.
Wait, which one? That with the green rooster?
And God forbid if you didn't have sugar at least to put on.
Yeah, you got to put sugar on it. Then it came out with Frosted Flakes with Tony the Tiger.
Yeah.
You put sugar on cornflakes?
Yes.
They already got sugar on.
No.
Not cornflakes. Cornflakes is good.
Wait, I'm talking about the ones with Tony the Tiger on.
That's Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, that's Frosted Flakes.
Oh, you talking about with the green. Okay, with the rooster.
Yeah. Cornflakes is the ones without the sugar. Frosted Flakes.
No, I eat Frosted.
Sugar-covered cornflakes, basically.
I eat Frosted.
Yeah.
But I would eat cornflakes with no sugar, though. Like, I prefer it without the sugar. Because I don't like sugar in my milk. Like, that's just... I feel like
I wouldn't drink the milk anyway.
Do you put
sugar in milk?
I said I wouldn't drink the milk anyway.
You gotta drink the milk. You don't drink the milk after?
Oh,
milk,
definitely
milk
not.
nasty.
What?
Milk is
That is so
nasty.
nasty. All the crumbs in there and stuff.
If it's the right cereal though, like chocolate cereal, like Cocoa Pebbles.
I throw up.
I still won't drink milk.
What?
I'll throw up too.
It's going in the garbage. I'm dumping that whole bowl out.
Like
Milk
I eat it until the milk is gone. Like, what? Okay, so how do y'all do your cereal? Do you pour your cereal first, or do you pour your milk first?
I'll put
Cereal.
Yeah.
And then
I
once,
got
like you just said though, you said you eat it till the milk. I can't do that. If I get more cereal, I have to get brand new milk. I can't eat
what? But see, in chocolate cereal, that's what. Okay, so any other cereal, absolutely. But chocolate cereal, like the milk just get chocolatier and chocolatier. Is that a word? Chocolatier? I don't know.
Chocolatier.
Chocolatier.
More chocolate.
Chocolatier.
I don't like that. Just like, okay, here's another one. Like, we talked about this yesterday. What's old people, old lady perfume and old man perfume? And those that's watching, put in the comments an old lady perfume and an old man.
Old
Now,
lady perfume.
Tiffany was offended because she like white diamond. We was talking about put in the comments. Put in the comments.
So check this out. Jasmine says she does not even use milk with her cereal; just eats it dry.
Well,
I do that too. I will eat dry cereal. I will sit around and
Jasmine,
snack on some dry cereal.
Jasmine?
Uh-huh.
You're weird. You might as well just put water on it. Like, who eats dry cereal? That's
Some
like
people do put water on it.
But that other that's
I eat dry cereal for a snack though. You don't snack on dry cereal?
you know
Everybody said white diamonds.
White diamonds is the ultimate old people.
Jeremy Sanders said white diamonds. What's up, Jeremy Sanders? Old man is Old Spice, is what Yolanda said.
See, I told you that original scent, Old Spice. That classic scent is as old as it gets.
Or like Jeremy Edwards. He said he still wears Brute. So
that's the one right there, Brute.
Jeremy wears Brute.
What's the one you mentioned last night? Stetson. That's the one.
Stetson.
I remember I got my first bottle of Stetson. My uncle gave it to me. I thought I was the stuff. I had that cowboy on it.
Musk.
Jovan Musk for men.
Yes.
I've never heard of it in my life.
It just sounds like it stinks.
So
I'm gonna give me a bottle of that Jovan Musk. Like what?
I don't understand the word musk. Like the word musk. I don't think that should be associated with cologne.
No, it sounds like it stinks.
Don't it though? Like that's just, they're just musty. It just smells musky.
But she said
it's just musky.
Tiffany told me a situation before. I ain't gonna say what it was, but what you don't want your couch to smell like.
What you don't want your what to smell like?
A couch to smell like.
What you don't want a couch to smell like?
That's the word.
I don't want my couch to smell like nigga.
She said, niggas. I mean, sorry, people. They have a certain stench.
Like yeah, like you know, like they got this smell like they smell like a pack of Black and Milds or something. Like
it smell like a pack of Black and Milds. What?
Bronia Scott said, "What up?"
Bronia, what's up? What's up? Happy morning to you. I'm gonna start saying Grand Rising. I'm gonna start saying that. It just feels like
Lord. That's awful.
Everybody in the comments, please put the worst breakfast food. Another one is what's the word? Captain Crunch to tear your roof of your mouth out.
It do, but they only do that for like the first 30 seconds. After that, it'd be the soggiest stuff in the world. I said I was gonna sue Captain Crunch when I was a kid for false advertisement. They said it never gets soggy, and I said it's the soggiest cereal I've ever eaten in my life.
They said do not say Grand Rising. I'm over it.
Grand Rising is a good greeting. I feel like Grand Rising Queen is a good way.
Don't Grand Rising Queen me. Oh my God, I'm running.
You don't like when somebody
say
Grand Rising?
I'm exiting. Like no.
Somebody said
go alt delete. Whatever it takes.
Control alt delete. That's crazy work.
You said your couch. That was open cheeks. No couch.
Oh yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's a
Y'all
part of
don't,
the
y'all
smell.
spray y'all's couch? Like I spray my couch every day. Like
Yes.
Febreze stuff, like the one that
Yes.
my couch smells like Febreze. Like you sit on it and just like it just pops up. I don't
Well,
know if that's a good thing or a bad thing though. Like,
well, I mean,
all the
I live.
chemicals.
It's just me. I live by myself, so I still spray it.
Yeah,
I still
I can't
and,
have
and I have hardwood floors in my living room, so I'm out my floor every day.
That's
I
interesting.
don't want my floors with dust. And put your foot down on it.
I vacuum my floors every day, but I don't like I got hardwood floor, not hardwood. We got like tile down.
I got hardwood
downstairs and tile up here.
Mm-hmm.
But like
John
I vacuum
Johnson
every day.
just joined in. What's up, John Johnson?
Shout out to John
The
Johnson,
singer and the owner of what's the company?
Freedom Lighting, right?
Yeah, Freedom
Lighting, yeah. Come on,
Only
Freedom Lighting.
Abronia said the only thing that should be rising is bread, biscuits, and cake.
Gene, good morning to you. I see all the people
Well,
on
wait.
Instagram. I gotta figure out how to get these comments on over here
Yeah,
so
we
I
gotta
can
get
see them over
Yeah,
here.
so it don't say in there how we can get the comments over here.
Yeah, it's like some steps apparently I have to do. And when we were doing the testing, of course, I wouldn't have thought about that because we weren't live. So now we know. There we go. I told y'all we don't research things. We just turn live on and we just go for it.
Just
That's what
talk.
happens. Yeah.
Okay, here's another topic.
While he's pulling that up, don't y'all forget to tag, share, like,
Please
subscribe.
share.
We're
Here
on
we
YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so be sure to share it with your friends and family and everybody of the sort. We're only on till 10 in the morning, so yeah.
And we're almost an hour in, so
I know, ain't that crazy?
Dang,
It's
all
crazy
right.
how the time flies. Hit us with a new question, Eric. What you got?
All right, here we go. People, now the world we live in, you have the opportunity to make your own money and work for yourself. So, driving Lyft and Uber. Have any of you all in the comments that have driven for Uber or Lyft had a bad experience? And what was your experience? What's the downside of driving and working for yourself?
Let's
Tiffany, you go first.
Oh my goodness,
Your
man.
screen
Okay,
Your
all right.
screen froze.
So,
Hey,
Wait,
what happened to your screen?
wait,
Your screen froze
you,
up on
you froze like a mugshot.
oh, it froze.
It
it's
is like a mug shot, though.
You do
Oh
look
man,
like a
dang.
mugshot.
Nah, so I did
Wait.
Instacart.
It's not gonna be right because you still frozen.
I'm still frozen. Oh man.
You should log out and come back in.
Should I?
Yeah.
Maybe I should turn my camera off and then turn it.
Yeah, try that. Yeah.
Right.
And then when it comes back on, it'll probably be working.
No, it's the
That
same.
mug shot.
That mugshot.
Same mugshot?
It's
That's
like
crazy.
it's almost like the,
Okay, well I'm gonna leave and then I'm gonna come back in.
All right, bet. Let me see if I do this.
I said,
All right, she's gonna come back in.
I could have put up the picture of James Brown mugshot. She was right there with it.
That was wild last night when you had that. Gene, good morning to you over on Instagram, watching us and checking us out. Shout out. Hope is all.
Bronia said,
well.
Abronia said she's listening to you and her pastor at the same time. Today is Toxic Wednesday for us.
Toxic Men's Day for us. Toxic men.
Wednesday. Toxic Wednesday.
Toxic Wednesday. Toxic like
What makes it
TOXIC.
Toxic Wednesday, yeah.
I gotta be able to see these comments on the side. I'm going to have that correct.
You got your
for
phone?
tomorrow.
You got your phone?
I do, but it's on the charger.
I'm about to say because I just got.
Oh, she's back.
This.
She made it back.
Am I still froze?
Nah, you back.
And yeah, now you froze again. Oh my god.
No, I didn't. I did not froze.
She was about to log out and try to get that.
Look,
That
I'm
would
over
have been
here
funny if we
moving
would have
around
kept
just
saying
No, if she would have came back, we would have been like that.
yeah.
Play too much. But y'all froze. Y'all play too much.
Oh boy.
Toxic Wednesday
put
is
the
a
plot
good
on me.
name. I like that name. Toxic Wednesday.
So tell us about this Instacart experience. These
Tell us
Instacart
about it.
Man,
experiences.
I had a couple of bad experiences, but one in
People need to
particular-
know.
I'll be right back. I need to get some-
One in particular is when I get people who want to order multiple cases of water. Where are y'all at?
I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I made you the star of the show for a minute. There you go.
Okay. So my experience is like I cannot stand when y'all folks, y'all cousin and them wanna order multiple cases of water. Now I gotta go through the store, lift up these big, and they don't want the little cases, they want the 42 pack.
That part.
Right. And then you got to pick up all of these cases of water, put them on the cart, unload them off the cart at the end, put them on the conveyor belt, take them off, then put them in the car. Now you driving to the people's place to drop off their groceries. They already got like 50 bags of groceries. Then they got the audacity to be living on the 4th floor of the apartment complex building. So now they don't even have the decency to come out and help and assist. They'll sit there and watch me carrying these multiple bags with all of these big cases of water up these steps and then turn around and won't even tip.
Our people.
Gotta do better.
It do be that way though. So I used to do like DoorDash. I used to do DoorDash. Like, you got to make the money where you can, get the money how you can. So I DoorDashed, and like I the worst experience I had was when that dude pulled that gun on me. Like that was crazy. Dude pulled a gun on me, and like it was the middle of the daytime. I was in like Riverdale. I was either Riverdale or like Dalton, but it was in the south suburbs somewhere. I walk up to his house, up on the porch. I knock on the door, dun. Like, I got the food stuff. Dude opens the door with the gun, and he's like, "Who the are you?" Like, and I'm like, "Bro, I'm delivering your food." Like, I'm just like, And he's like, "Man, I'll talk about these damn kids always with like his kids ordered some food on DoorDash, and he didn't know about it, and apparently he got ops looking for him, so he thought I was one of his ops. Like, I almost lost my life. That was the day I was like, "Nah, Lord, you got to open up another door for me."
Yeah.
Because no. I was like, nah.
You should have just said, "Shoot me, nigga."
What?
I would have tried it.
Bro, that was some scary stuff though. That was really scary.
Was.
That was like craziness.
Now here's another question though. Tiffany said this last night. Have you ever ate somebody's food that you was gonna be delivering, like for DoorDash?
I never have. Well, I did. Okay, so the one time I delivered it. No, I delivered it, but the DoorDash, they make you wait for a minute before you like just walk away. Like they make you give the people, you have to give people time to come down and get it. So I waited. It's the middle of the night. And so I waited a little extra long even, right? And they never came out and got it. So I left it outside, took the picture, and I drove off. Like, because they had it on the delivery to put it in their hands. So I couldn't just leave it. But they didn't answer the door, so I had to wait. So long story short, I left it there, and then I was like, it was like 2 a.m. Then I turned around and went and got that pizza. And I went home that night.
See, Jasmine Franklin says she thought about eating it, which means she ate it. What's up, Tavares?
As a man thinks, so is he. That's what.
Yeah. So And John said Don said that walking is like a workout.
Yeah,
so Tiffany,
I didn't sign up for that. I didn't want to work out that day.
Yeah.
Tiffany, tell us about the food that you ate.
Oh shoot.
What did you eat? How was it good?
It was pizza. Yeah, it was good too. It was one of them. Sometimes I got them little pizza joints that you ain't never heard of. It was like one of those and they be the best pizzas.
That is true.
This person, again, I don't know, like y'all, if y'all know Atlanta, like they had one of these apartment complexes where you had to have a code to get into their little building or whatever. I'm sitting there and wait. They never sent me the code. Then I'm sitting there calling them repeatedly. They not answering the phone. So I sat there, just like Zeke said, timed myself out, went on ahead and hit that delivered button, took a picture, like, okay. And that food was mine. I took it home. I ate it. It was good too.
Did you feel bad? Did you feel bad?
Nope.
Heck no.
What if they had hungry kids in the house?
They should have came out and got it. The kids couldn't have been that hungry. They couldn't have been that hungry.
The phone.
Now they go watch that and they go order some water. All right, here's another.
But you know what? They get reimbursed. If that food wasn't delivered, they get reimbursed. So that was a free meal for me.
But you delivered it, so yeah.
Oh.
So here's another question. And this is for our listening audience too. Lenny Williams, the writer of what's the song? Originally.
That's
Yeah,
him. That's
that
him.
Lenny Williams has 2 new songs out. Man, what's the name of the song?
I gotta cut the music off for this one. Yes,
What's
Lenny
the song?
Williams.
What's the name
Let's
of the
get
song?
into that. 80 years old, still dropping music.
And the song titles are.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jasmine downloaded the song.
The first one is.
It's called "It's Yours."
It's yours. So that's the one I saw.
He got a baby by a chick.
Yeah, I saw the video on that on
It's My
Instagram
Drop.
last night. Now, what's the second one called, Eric?
You're muted, Zeke.
Am I muted?
I hear you.
Yeah, you were talking. Tiffany,
You
can
can't
you hear? Can you say something?
I can hear him.
Yeah.
I can't hear neither one of y'all.
What?
Wait, don't say mine and what boo, right? All I hear is, okay, I'm going out and coming back in.
All right, bet. What?
What is happening?
StreamYard is tripping this morning. StreamYard, I'm giving you a bad Yelp review. Like you're getting a bad Yelp review.
Bad Yelp review.
Oh man. So this Lenny Williams songs, right? Yeah. He brought up the Lenny Williams songs.
Mm-hmm.
Lenny Williams is 80 years old and still dropping music. Like,
That's
you know,
crazy.
like do you
That's
think you'll
dedication.
basically do you think you'll still be making music at that age? Like,
No,
you don't think
No.
you'll be still making music at 80 years old?
no.
Wait, do you say you don't think he should?
No, she don't think she'll
No,
still
I
be
won't
doing
be.
Why not?
I don't know about that.
You wouldn't be 80 and make a twerk song?
it.
But say you still built, say you still got your physique now.
That kind of would be funny though.
Would you make it?
Yeah.
See, exactly. Act like she would do it. You do it.
So let's see. The first Lenny Williams song is called "It's Yours," right? That sounds reasonable for an 80-year-old man.
Miles Franklin said the first song is.
Well, I thought it was a bop. I thought it was all right. But
He
the
got 2
second
of them.
song is the one that's crazy. The first one is "It's Yours." What's the second one called, Eric?
Took my draws. That's the name of it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, she took my draws.
She took my drawers, boy. That 80 years old, he's still getting them drawers took.
Yeah. Took my draws.
So, real talk, he might have been talking about his CNA. Like, he might have been saying that his caretaker took his drawers.
Maybe it was.
He might not be talking about sex. I don't know. I haven't listened to the song yet. I was supposed to listen to it.
I think no. He talking about what you just said. He talking
I
about.
got the drawers, dog.
Somebody said took his Depends.
Miles Franklin, DJ Miles Franklin.
Shout out to DJ Miles Franklin, one of Chi-Town area's finest. Absolutely.
Jasmine said she plays the song on the regular. Jasmine, why do you like that
Are
song?
you for real?
Yeah, Jasmine.
I told you it's a bop though. I mean, Lenny Williams still got pipes. Like,
Sierra got it too. She made a dance video to it. So Sierra, upload your video.
Somebody said Charlie Wilson and Ron Isley got 24 hours to respond.
Somebody said his nurse hid his drawers. That would be funny though. My hardest man.
Somebody said he just forgot where he put them.
The diaper lady.
That's Instagram.
No, I just made that up.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Jasmine said, I know you lied on me. I don't know nothing about it. You the one sent it to me. Stop playing. And you can't refute me right now because the public can't hear you. So my story is true. Jasmine Franklin sent me Lenny Williams song. She took my drawers.
I don't know. It's kind of a bop though. I ain't gonna.
And that's the wrong song. Play it again.
Well, I played that one. I just played that one. Yeah, I like the little bop to it.
That thing you playing now?
Well, this ain't Lenny Williams. It's just another track.
I mean,
It's just happy for the 8:30 hour.
And then he got different girls in the video. Matter of fact, Tiff, how was that video shoot?
Oh shoot, I loved it.
You had some good time in it?
Yeah, I was the main character. Like it's giving main character.
But
So you took that man's drawers? Like,
I did. You ain't see it?
Oh, I ain't seen it yet. I'm gonna check it out.
Talk about me.
What you do with them? That's the question. What did you do?
You put 'em
Mind
on
your
the-
business.
Vivian Williams draws.
Mind your business. I
Sold
sold
them.
them on eBay.
I was just gonna say sold them mugs on eBay.
You wrap them around your pillow with sleep on.
Yeah.
Ew.
Do you feel at
You
a
got
certain
them big
age-
old tidy whities.
How you know that man was tiny? Oh, when you just do you feel at a certain age though, an artist, and you in the chat too, do you feel at a certain age they should stop making music, even if they have the talent?
I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Charlie Wilson, like, and you'll remember this, like Charlie Wilson is one of the best shows I've ever been to. I've seen him.
Charlie was the one on the we went to on the boat.
And yeah, so when we was on the Time Join the Cruise, that was my favorite thing that we did on the whole cruise. Was that night that all of us went down there. That Charlie Wilson show.
Sure.
I'm still mad about that Stevie Wonder show. They wouldn't let us in.
They wouldn't let y'all in?
No, and then by the time you called me, it was like, I think it was you or it was either you or Mel or somebody called me and was like, they said we can come on in. I was like on the other side of the boat by that time. I was like,
I walked right in. I showed them my pass, and me, who was with me? The Williams brothers. We was all in there together.
Yeah, they wasn't there. They because the performers it's basically for the people who paid for the boat. The performers, we just there to perform.
Jasmine said no. After a while, don't erase your comment now. We saw it. I saw it.
I saw it.
Their leggings.
I don't know, but Charlie Wilson was like.
I mean, you got so old. I mean,
it was a good show. It was a really good show.
Prince was older when he died. When he wasn't really older.
Prince was like 50 something when he died.
He was like 50 something when he passed.
Yeah.
Prince was still killing. Tina Turner was still doing her thing. Mick Jagger is almost propped up, but he's still doing his thing.
He's
still doing the duck lip and making
doing all that. Like she got the moves like Jagger. I don't know. I think that if you still got it, I say go for it.
I think at a certain age, when you look the lyrics like you don't know where you at, it's time to come off the stage. And I actually saw an old guy like that, not being funny. I'm gonna show you all.
You can't be up there like Sleepy Joe.
Well, they just got Birdman like that. Did y'all see that clip of Birdman on stage? Looked like he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Everybody said he was high on heroin or something like that.
Stuff.
Well, no. Juvenile got on and he said that Birdman couldn't see the lyrics on the prompter. He said it was like like on the stage, they be having like the lyrics and stuff. Yeah. He said Birdman was focusing in because the lyrics was too small. And that to me is like, all right, nigga, you old now. Like you can't see. You can't even see the lyrics no more. Like you look, concentrate, looking like
he couldn't see the lyrics.
That's what Juvenile said. Juvenile addressed it the other day. Like he was on there and he was like, nah, Birdman wasn't high. He couldn't see. Like, so it's like, yeah, maybe it's time to hang it up, brother. Like,
just like when they show Mariah Carey tiptoeing around the stage, real slow.
That was bad.
But I think she's sick, right?
Mariah Carey is sick.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look at this man. Still performing. Look how still lost he look.
Who is that?
Some rock guy.
Oh, is he even performing? Is he just standing there?
Well, he don't know. You don't look at him. He's like, you know what he is. You look at him.
He looks asleep.
Who is it? I can't tell.
It's some rock band.
Next time,
they put the big fan in front of him though, so his hair can blow.
Blowing that thin hair like that. Okay, so she said, Jasmine said, it depends on if the K perform. Like Smokey Robinson needs to stop. Smokey do be still humping around. He doing his dances. I don't know. I hated that. I hate to. See, now we got to almost
gang banging.
So let's talk about overrated singers real quick.
Hold on, now you're trying to get me. Now you're trying to get me fired.
Oh, I'm gonna say everybody I think overrated.
The views expressed on Zeke in the Morning do not reflect Zeke at all.
What you say? Those on Instagram and Facebook. Who are the most overrated singers to you? Tiffany, you go first. Who's an overrated singer?
You ain't gonna mess up her bag.
I'll start. All right, I'll name it. I don't care. Beyonce, Patti LaBelle.
Who was the first one?
Beyonce.
What?
Patti LaBelle.
Stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music.
Beyonce. Beyonce is not better than Kelly Rowland. Vocally.
As a singer, vocally, you think so?
Okay. I like Kelly's voice better. Beyonce can sing. Don't get me wrong; she's talented.
Is it the tone or is it?
Yeah, I don't like the tone of her voice at all.
Yeah, I think Beyonce is one of the most skilled singers we've ever seen in the pop world.
Skilled.
But I can understand the tone thing, though. I can understand the tone.
I mean, she's skilled. I'm not saying she can't sing. It's just to me the way people say, "Oh, Alicia Keys." Yeah, I agree. Alicia Keys was always trash to me. She's just a higher pitched Mary J. Blige.
Wow.
And Mary J. sings with passion. That's what sells her. But Mary J. is not the best singer.
I will say this though: if you got Paramount Plus, you know they've got now. Remember MTV Unplugged back in the day?
Right.
So they've got certain episodes of that on Paramount Plus now. And Alicia Keys, low key, had one of. I had to review it. I remember it when it aired the first time, but I watched it again maybe a couple weeks ago. And she had one of the best MTV Unplugged.
After her bad note,
low key.
Was it the Super Bowl when she ended? Or was that the Super Bowl? Or what was it when she was playing her, and everybody was talking about her the last note, and they went back and did an edit and put the right note in. Her first note was trash. She was terrible.
I forget what that was. I do vaguely remember that though. Yeah. I do
we just got some regular musician join. Jeremy Keys, what's up? No, congrats, Jeremy, on you and Ari's engagement. For real.
That is, yeah, definitely. Marriage is in the air this year. It seems like love is in the air. Yeah, seems like it. Yeah.
Aretha Franklin, never cared for her.
You never cared for Aretha Franklin?
James Cleveland either.
Dang.
Jesus.
Let me see. Aretha Franklin. Who else? I'm trying to think of somebody currently.
Summer Walker. She can go.
Summer Walker.
I don't know a single Summer Walker song though. Like I have to.
All of them sound alike.
They do.
Yeah, I can get with that. Yeah.
Sound alike.
Yeah. I gotta
check her out. Giveon never liked his voice.
What is this piece of hair that's sticking out right here?
You like him?
Oh no, I don't like him either.
He sound like he got a hot biscuit in his
Who is that?
Giveon.
I don't even know who that is.
Now, Lucky Day is one of the people it's called.
I like Lucky Day. I like his stuff. His sound is cool. I can rap.
Joe is one of the most underrated vocal monsters there is.
Joe is a great singer.
I
saw him first time.
John Johnson said Janet Jackson is overrated.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody ever really ranked her as one of the top singers.
They don't rank her, period, because of who she is.
Yeah, she's a great performer, though. I mean, you're gonna get a.
Oh, I agree with you, John. I don't like John Legend at all.
Oh Lord!
John Legend sounds like the Cowardly Lion.
Jesus! Oh God! My heart. John Legend is one of my all-time.
Kiera says SZA, Rihanna.
This is trash.
Yeah.
Never like
what?
He's regular.
I want everyone to know, all of you singers who their rating is overrated, I will still work with you. I just want you to know that.
They all overrated. all of them.
Well, I won't go into the gospel field because I'm connected to too many.
See, exactly.
No, I will. I'll still speak on the gospel.
Oh my God, here we go.
The worst song of all time is "Order My Steps."
Yeah, let's talk about that. So Eric has always had this thing about the song "Order My Steps." We had a whole episode dedicated to this topic one time.
That was one of the worst songs
on our radio.
What is it about that one?
It's sad, it's depressing, and I don't like the harmony arrangements. I don't like none of it. The piano, really? I don't like nothing about it. You used to sing that. If I hear that at church, I'll walk out and sit in the back.
We sing it at church.
I will turn y'all podcast off.
I thought about whipping it out at my church.
Order My Steps. I never like order because it just sounds like a funeral song.
It is a funeral song.
Like Slave Days.
It is a funeral song.
Like waiting a while.
I want to walk worthy.
Yeah, all of that, I like that. Who else I never liked? What's a record?
What about Every Praise?
Hate it.
I can't stand that song.
You can't stand Every Praise?
It's just redundant. Like, yeah.
Just like the others are better. I
don't like it.
What?
Mm-mm.
I tell you what though, there's some songs you can pull out in any black church and
Good morning, Ari Simone.
You know, you can go. Ari Simone, shout out to Ari Simone. She'll be
Ari,
with us tomorrow.
Ari's a good singer too. She reminds me of
she's
like Albertina Walker kind of feel. So Inez Andrews sound of her voice. It's real roaring 20s. No, I'm just kidding. Ari. I never liked Albertina Walker. No offense to everybody in Chicago.
Wow.
Wow. But I'm not saying she wasn't talented. I'm just saying I personally didn't like her singing.
You know, one thing I did not know. So you know Richard Gibbs, who plays organ, one of the most iconic organists. He was Aretha Franklin's MD for years and years. I didn't know that was Inez Andrews' son.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know. I'm dumb. I don't know things. Like, and so his son is who plays for my church now. Like, and the boy is a savant, Richard Gibbs III. The boy he's 20 years old. Like perfect pitch. Like you can throw anything at him, any key, and he just picks it up and goes with it. We were in rehearsal on Sunday afternoon. I forgot to send him the music, and I played like 2 minutes of a song, and he's got it like ready to go.
Because he's talented.
Super talented. It's ridiculous. That dude is going to be like the next Corey Henry or something, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, and you know, speaking of, Janine just joined. What's up? Well, I can't call you a nickname.
Piglet.
Well, you're still Piglet forever. Who else? Luther Vandross.
You think Luther Vandross is overrated?
No, he could sing. It's just like, after he did that, what else was it? He only could do that one time.
He did that at the. I sent the clip where he did that. It was with Dionne Warwick. They were singing.
He was always
That's what friends are for. Yeah.
She makes me mad watching her sing too. I
don't. Dionne Warwick.
Terrible.
Why she make you mad?
She got
the way she sing and be walking, looking all around like she cold and she not.
So check this out. Sova Gospel Choir in Switzerland is live with us right now. They're watching us on IG. Y'all say what's up to the people of Sova Gospel Choir. I don't know if y'all know this or not, but the choir scene as far as gospel music in Europe is an amazing scene. There's so many choirs. I get a chance to go over and
that's what we're missing here.
Huh?
Dexter Walker always says that. Hold on. Hello, Rita Miller. Rita said hello to everybody.
Rita, what's up?
Hi, Rita.
She didn't say hi to nobody else. Dexter Walker always talks about that choir sound. And Dietrich, when he called me the other day, Dietrich said he's about to do a choir record with his church choir because it's like that's missing.
Choirs Europe's got it on lock right now. Real talk. I'm telling you right now. Europe got choirs on lock, man. Europe has choir. Just Europe in general. So Sova Gospel Choir, they're in Switzerland. They're in Geneva, Switzerland. They'll actually be here in Chicago. Cyril, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say the weekend of July 4th. So they're coming in. They're doing like a mini tour kind of a situation. They came last year and scoped it out.
Is what's the face coming with them? They used to come from out
Hannah?
On my land.
Hannah with GTM?
On my land?
No. This is Hannah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yep. She's bringing them in. So two of my great friends.
Choirs do need to make a comeback.
Yeah. We need some more choirs out there, but we need like some cool choirs, like like I'm not knocking choir, like we got that on lock. That like some people got their sound, but there needs to be also room for some of those really innovative choirs that used to be.
Chicago has choirs. Chicago has the whole choir thing like that.
Yeah. Favorite Friday is doing a really good job right now.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
Yeah. Shout out to Carsey Barnes and them. Yeah.
No, they have a cool choir out there. I forget what country in Africa, but you can look them up. They came to our church. It's a children's choir called the Watoto Children's Choir.
Which one?
They're called the Watoto Children's Choir.
The Watoto Children's Choir.
Are they little kids?
Yeah, they did it, man.
I would shove them off the stage immediately.
They did great. It was more than just like them singing. They put on a performance for real.
No, they
included their dance moves and everything.
Yeah. What do you think changed I ain't gonna say the name of the person because people always got people they blame for getting rid of choir music. It's I ain't gonna say the artists that people say because of them choirs died and everybody do worship teams.
Well,
Yeah.
But
Who do you say? Well, it's public info. We can say we ain't got to agree with it, but who do they say? Who do they say? I know it's a few artists that they
blame my dog for it.
Yeah.
They said Fred, when he came in with RFC and that whole background, changed choirs, and people did stop using choirs as much. Everybody at church was singing "Glory to Glory," "Dance Like David."
But that stuff started as choirs, though. That's the thing. RFC started as a choir.
It started as a choir, and then it was just too many. So
sometimes you got to downsize when you're doing professional choir work. I learned that lesson the hard way. Like, it's difficult to keep up with a whole choir, man. Like, that's a lot. So shout out to the people who can do it, honestly. Let's see here. Oh, so let's hear Cyril corrected. Let's see. He's be here July 2nd through the 6th. They're doing a U.S. Compassion. So if you're familiar with Compassion International, he's doing a tour with them. It's their first time as a Compassion ambassador. Cyril, let me know if it's okay if I tell them what cities you'll be in. I know for a fact they'll be in Chicago. They'll be at my church, actually. So I'm glad to be able to have them here. We're working on that. We actually are due for a call soon to work some more details on that. They are amazing, just sweet people, just nice people. I love them to death.
Other people gonna be on the show or just them?
That's what we're gonna work through. Yeah. So they'll be the main deal. But I'm sure we'll have other choirs and stuff. We'll
Zeke had to bring LXW back together.
I just might.
On one night event, bring LXW Chicago back together.
I just might.
Concert with them. You can also reach out because there's other groups in Chicago that'll come, like Dexter. You know, if you have a whole choir night, they're special guests, but bring other choirs here.
Yeah, Dexter's got Chicago on lock for the choir scene. Like he had Chicago on lock in the choir scene.
And what's the other guy?
And the nicest guy you'll ever meet, Dexter Walker.
He's
the nicest guys you will ever meet. Like
and so, since we're talking about Chicago, it's a lot of people in Chicago that's making great moves, like Curtis.
They just did. Shout out to Curtis Lindsay and them. They just did the NPR Tiny Desk series. I watched it. They did a good job. Thad, Varro, Curtis. I don't know the guy's name on the guitar, but that y'all's band, y'all killed it, man.
Singers and
Gus. I saw Gus up there and some of the other singers. Y'all did an excellent job.
Chicago has some of the best musicians that's playing with everybody. You got Philip Feaster, you got Rodney East, you got Jason Tyson.
You play Tyson,
You got Jeff on keys. Jeremy Keys.
Shout out to Keys.
Maurice. You got.
Don't forget the Quintessence. Don't forget the up and coming cats though, like Russell. Right, Russell Harris. Don't forget Josiah, who is a beast on keys and
Lacey. Lacey Palmer. You got so many guys out of Chicago. Chicago's some of the best musicians.
I thought Lacey was from
he's in Indianapolis.
Yeah. He's from the.
I still play him because he always up here.
That's true.
That's right.
Lacey in a minute, man.
And man, it's some good musicians.
Raquan Hayes. I watch his stuff all the time. He's amazing. I don't know him personally, but he is. Raquan Hayes. I don't know him personally, but I've been watching him for a long time. I love his touch, his feel. It's like just got good with that. So Tiffany, tell us a little something about your music. What you got going on? What you got going on, huh? I'm gonna play some music for this one. There we go.
Sure. I mean, for right now, I'm working on some things.
What style of music?
Huh?
You got to introduce people about your music. Like, what style of music?
Oh, okay. So, no, the style of music that I'm working on, I don't know. It's going to be a combination. Like, I like worship music, honestly. Like, that's my favorite. I'm a worshiper, so I like worship music. But I want to kind of do, like, some R&B, gospel type stuff with my own little spin, my own vibe. Because my back history, I started off doing R&B music and stuff, like, years ago. So, that's where I started out with music. I'm like 18. Huh?
Share the music video you can say.
The music, how am I do that?
What video was you in? Whose video was it?
Oh, what video was I in? I mean, I've done a lot of stuff. A lot of,
say Lenny Williams.
I was in the Lenny Williams. You're right. I told you I was the main character.
You did Bobby V too, then.
Yeah, I did a lot of people. I work with a lot of people like Young Jock, Bobby Valentino. I can't even think of everybody. It's been so many people. Literally, like a lot.
Wow.
So I did a lot of R&B stuff in the R&B world back in the day. I stopped doing R&B music probably like in, I don't know, 2016, 18, maybe.
One day she got to tell everybody why.
I was gonna say, what made you make the change? Like, what made you?
It's kind of a long story.
No, go ahead. We got time. We got.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a real quick one. Quick version.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave out the details, but so I was performing, doing my thing around Atlanta, and one day I had a dream, and in my dream it was like this lady living in a high-rise condo with me, and I happened to be walking past her apartment, but her door was open. And when I went in there, I don't know why I went in there, but when I went in there, it was dark in there, and then there was light coming from out of the kitchen, and I followed the light. So when I got in there, it was the lady. She was sitting at the table, but she had a bowl of water, candles, everything. And the moment I came in there, that bowl of water rumbled, and she was like, "I've been expecting you." So then immediately a bubble popped up out of the bowl of water, and it had a little scroll in it, and she started reading it. But when she started reading it, I lost my hearing. I couldn't move. Because all I could do was just stand there and be froze. Whoa. But while I was in that moment, it was a projector that formed in front of me. I saw me doing tours, shows, selling out arenas and football arenas and stadiums. Like, it was a big music career. But as I was seeing that, it was something that kept creeping up closer and closer behind me, which I knew was a demon. And I jumped out of the dream. I just said no. And the lady all of a sudden heard my thoughts. And she was like, "Why are you saying no?" So I woke up, was like, "Get me out of here." So I stopped doing that R&B stuff, because when I looked into what that dream meant, I felt like if I was to continue doing that and I wanted to be that successful, then I was going to sell my soul to whatever that thing was behind me. So that's why I stopped. I said, "What?"
This Negro.
He crazy. But yeah, that's just a quick version. But yeah, that's why I
stopped. Wow. What do you think was like, what do you think contributed to that? Like to that dream? Do you think it was just you had seen so many things in the R&B world, or do you think that it was just it was going to take too much? Like, because we always hear these stories about essentially having to sell your soul, which like,
but the crazy part, I ain't gonna lie, I was getting DMs and messages and stuff from people that was supposedly from the Illuminati and stuff, and they was hitting me up. It was all around the same time, so I don't know. I think that's probably what it was. That dream was every bit of what it was.
So do you feel like, do you miss that side of it then? Like, you know what I mean? Like because there's a certain freedom that comes. I will at least admit this. There's a certain freedom that comes with being able to sing R&B and other stuff like that. Like, even to the effect that if you're an R&B singer, you can drop a gospel album and people will like love it. But if you're a gospel singer and you drop an R&B album, the people will crucify you. Like,
they will crucify you.
You know what I mean? Like, R. Kelly was up for, like, y'all remember this back in like 05, 06. R. Kelly was like, the first time he got brought up on those rape charges and stuff, he dropped that whole "You Saved Me" album, and the church forgave him immediately. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is R. Kelly, they forgave him. But then like Dietrich Haddon does something like sing a song and he says a line about "I'm gonna eat those cookies up" or something like that. And the church crucified that man. Like, it's crazy,
But like Marvin did, he just did "What If I Was an R&B Singer." Marvin did and it sold very, very well.
I've heard about that album, and I have not heard it yet.
And he could care less what anybody said about him. He said, "I made it." So Marvin said, "While people sitting at home complaining, he said, I'm sitting at home like this."
I ain't even worried about it.
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Miss Francis, what's up?
Interesting. Yeah.
But
so you
how do you all feel though about Christians doing R&B or singing love songs?
Me personally, I got nothing against it. Like, so I just got married. When I'm with my wife, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm not singing "Every Praise Is to My Wife." It's like, ain't nothing. No, bump that. I want to hear something. I don't see nothing wrong.
Right.
But you're not playing. Hills Dietrich and Hill City.
Nah. One of my favorite albums, but I bet it's not on when the time is right. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. What do you think, Tiff?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like You're right. You're right. But I feel like also at the same time, it's a fine line because you, like y'all said, you will get crucified.
Yeah.
They want to crucify us.
Yeah.
But no, it's.
I like people talking about
I feel like you can be. It's okay to be human, like long as you ain't doing too much. You know what I mean? Like you listening to the hip hop rap music or whatever of this time, and you actually living that life like that. Now that's different. Like if you actually out there still tied to the streets, but yet behind, you got this image in public like you just a saint, but you really got this secret lifestyle. Then that's one thing, but. I feel like, we human. God didn't send us here to be bored. Like, come on, it's okay to have fun.
Yeah, facts.
So, yeah, that's where I'm at with it.
No, true. That's how I think about it. What you think, E? I mean,
I don't see that wrong with it.
I don't see nothing wrong.
It wouldn't bother me at all.
So what if let's see, who was one of our iconic ones? What if Uncle Fred, like he probably gonna beat me up for this one. What if he dropped a cover? Well, obviously he's covered some of this stuff because we did Hood Book and all of that, But what if he dropped a cover? But watch this. What if he dropped a cover to something like "I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind"? Like, how would the church respond if Fred Hammond had a cover to "I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind"?
They would have a problem with it.
Yeah.
like Marvin got the song called, I think it's Free Fall. I think the name of it. And that song is now getting played on both sides. And he said I hate that. He said, I hate that I had to even put a disclaimer before I did my record because he has a disclaimer on it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just doing this. He said, this is blah, blah, blah. He said, I haven't left ministry, but this is what I'm doing. And the thing is selling like crazy. Now he's getting both radio play, but he said the 6th or 7th R&B mainstream top 10 artists have called to sample his music.
Wow.
I said, he said, called him. And I said, you gonna do it? He said, actually, I will do it. He said, my music is reaching them in some kind of way. Fred said it best, I think. And some people in the comments I know, what this says, Black Christians have been brainwashing thinking that singing R&B is of the devil. I agree.
Shout out to whoever made that comment.
Miss Scott made that.
Good morning over on Instagram. I got some other people on Instagram. I just want to take a shout out to say anybody who's joined in. I know we got people that's in and out because that's what this show is going to do, and that's what we does. That's what she said. I just want to say good morning. Wow.
Dietrich did do a Christian version of for Usher. You're right. He killed it too.
Yeah. Dietrich did that whole album with Zaytoven, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tim Robbins,
the people crucified him for.
For me, I don't think it's a problem. I mean, I'm just not that guy. I certain things that other people find problems, I don't have problems with.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a conviction for you, then you don't do that.
That part.
Yeah. Here's a good topic. And there's not nobody out there. This is something somebody asked me. And this is for you in the comments too. Are Christians allowed to have gummies?
Gummies?
Yeah.
What's a gummy? I'm too saved. I don't know what that is.
Definitely explain what a gummy is. Not that you have.
Y'all don't act like y'all don't know what gummies are.
I don't know what a gummy is. Is it made by Wrigley's? Is it made by zebra stripes? Like,
wait! Don't answer that one yet. We're gonna do that one tomorrow. Don't answer that because I got a whole thing with that. Okay.
We have to hit that topic. So we'll hit that topic. We'll wait till we got Ari on. And
Ari smokes. So it'll be good to have Ari on. Ari's a smoker, so if I have her do this, that'll be great. Now, how do you all? Now, this is a serious note. How do you guys feel about the passing of Angie Stone?
Yeah, Angie Stone.
Oh.
Big shout outs to Angie Stone. Y'all put a name in the comments. We love Angie Stone. Say a name.
Yeah.
And I have my feelings about her whole death too, but I'm like,
I didn't know Angie Stone went so far back. So I didn't really know the history like that of Angie Stone, I didn't know she went so far back like that. So it's kind of cool to just see some of that stuff about her. But all honor and respect to her and what she's done. just as an artist and just as a community member and just all of that. Shout out to Angie Stone. Y'all show love to Angie Stone.
Yeah,
say a prayer for her family. That's really, really sad.
And the weird thing was, she's the only person that died out of 9 people.
Yeah.
I have my thoughts about that whole situation.
Yeah, they said that it was.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Anyway.
I was just going to say, you finna go into this one.
I got a whole bunch of them on that. Because to me, after she go her video complained about her royalties, then a couple days later she died, and the only person in the whole thing died was her. And everybody else walked away.
That's suspicious.
Oh, it's very suspicious. The girl. I got all kind of conspiracies. All the way down to Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke. Oh, what?
Sam Cooke.
How he died? That's my favorite male vocalist all time.
How he died? They said he was shot by that woman, and he was. But the coroner said he was beaten to death, and his head was almost off his shoulders. It was a mob style beating. That gun did all of that.
Yeah.
No, that was because he was teaching black people how to get their own poetry, their music.
Let's see. So somebody check this out, and we'll revisit this comment tomorrow on Instagram. Somebody says a gummy. I'm not mad about that. I'd be more mad about a Christian beating on each other than having a gummy every once in a while to settle your nerves. Like,
that's an interesting point.
That is. It is. Like, point. If it means you ain't gonna fight. Somebody said if they can have a drink of alcohol, then they can have a gun. We're going to have to revisit this topic tomorrow.
Tomorrow we're going to talk about gummies and alcohol.
We're going, put that on the list, Eric, for tomorrow. We're going to talk about it's good to hear. I like to hear what people think. I don't tell people what to think. I don't even tell them what I think. I just like to see what people think, because I think that we do that as Christians. A lot of times we just get we get somebody to quote unquote teach us something, and we never go back, research it, review it, check scripture for ourselves, check history for ourselves, anything else like that. And we just kind of take stuff in blind faith. And the problem with that is your church, your pastor teaches you one thing. This church, your pastor teaches you one other thing. That's the exact opposite. And both of them are using the Bible to teach it. And neither one of y'all are trying to research it for yourself. So now y'all at odds. So now you got churches as like gangs around here. I ain't gonna name some of these churches. I'm just gonna say they like gangs in Chicago. It's a couple of the churches that's like gangs around here. Right?
Oh, you mean like denominationals or just churches?
Period? I'm talking about churches, period.
Oh,
you know these churches. You know the churches I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I'll say the name of them. I don't care about that. But some of the churches,
I fight over my pastor. It's like, bro, this ain't a gang, man. We all on the same team, you know. And they do all little stupid stuff, right?
It's not like it's going down out there in the shop.
Oh, listen,
it does.
That town gets it.
There's a certain church in Chicago. I'm not going to say the name right now. They have a fight every week, weekly. I can't name the church, but those from Chicago know this. You go to this church on Sunday night, is liable to happen over there.
Meet me at the church. It's going down.
It's going down every time.
Meet me at the altar. It's going down.
Hey.
Somebody said, what do we feel is the state of racial tensions in the world right now?
The state of racial tension.
Tensions.
Somebody asked that question?
Mm-hmm.
The state of racial tension in the world.
Rita said she busting heads. She like
we are not our ancestors. Like we are not our ancestors.
We are not.
We are not.
We will.
See, the world should have figured that out after the white chairs on that boat. They wanted to out with the chairs on that boat. They was beating the women, throwing them in the water. And the thing about it, I mean, I'm not condoning violence, but I am. Is that
what?
I'm not condoning violence, but I am, because you all were gonna jump on that one man, and the fact that all of us that saw it came together, men and women, and whooped all the tail on that whole boat. The one thing that I did feel bad about, I kind of felt bad because I'm like, dang, dude, did you have to do that? Was the black dude that cracked that lady with that chair? You remember?
I remember that.
When the last guy, he bust that chick across the hip. I'm like, she wasn't even over there. But he still had
This is for my people.
Pow. But you know what? I was happy, and don't get all you all before y'all start killing me. Somebody said, "Oh, see, I already know what they see." I won't go say the name of the churches. People saying the names of the churches down there. No,
I'm not naming nobody's church. I'm not naming nobody.
You know what? Christ Tabernacle did used to have some fights back in the day.
They naming churches. This is why I gotta get tomorrow. We're gonna have a comment set up. Hopefully by next week, definitely.
I remember them days back when
I gotta see them.
They used to box it out there. But no, I felt for me as a male and a black person, I felt great that they didn't just stand and watch this man get beat up, but everybody joined in. Mm-hmm. And we are not our ancestors. So that should be a lesson to all of these people. Because, no offense to any races, what I'm about to say, but those other races right now, y'all should really pay attention on YouTube and different stuff. You're not able to walk upon these people and just say, do this and do that no more. You're getting cracked in the eye. Your jaw is getting wore out. You know, this is not 1930, 1920, 1950, or 60. This is 2025 where you can't go up to nobody. I remember one time I was walking in the Target. And I'm walking in Target and I'm in front. So I go in the door and I see this white lady, this black girl walking behind me. There was a white guy behind her, older white man. I walk in and help the door for her. So she's coming in. He says, "Excuse me, when you guys see a white man coming, you hold the door."
Somebody said that?
Yeah, it was a white guy. And I turned around and I grabbed both of the doors and held him and leaned back to make sure he couldn't get in there. I held them doors about 20 minutes. He was old, so he didn't have no strength to fight me on it. I just held the doors like this. You ain't getting in here today. She held this door.
Yeah.
And this one was blocked by the carts. So we held them doors closed. He ended up leaving. I was that stubborn. I wasted 15 minutes to hold some doors closed.
Yeah, racial tension is crazy.
Hold the door for a white man.
Yeah. Racial tension is
that out loud. Almost read that out loud.
Well, the racial tension is crazy right now, I think. Like, you know what I mean? I think it is crazy right now, but I do think that at least, well, and this is even tough to say, because on the other hand of it, it feels like the word woke is being thrown around right now. Like the word woke is being thrown around almost like a racial call, if you will. Because woke that's like basically a black word at the end of the day, like stay woke. You know what I mean? That was our thing. And so now it looks like that's getting thrown around.
Yeah, say that. Yeah.
Some
like call to arms for black folks.
Yeah. It was just kind of it was just it was just a vernacular in black world, and now it's almost like a way of saying that, like if it's woke,
it like you're you're a traitor to the country. If
it's become a thing.
Yeah.
So I think the racial tensions right now are showing themselves. But I'll tell you where I'm the most surprised that a lot of them are showing up, and I'm probably gonna get some folks mad at me for this. But it's in church. That's why I'm the most. I won't say the most surprised, because I'm definitely bringing this episode up one day, talking about going to an evangelical school, a white evangelical school, where there was only a few black folks, and it felt like they couldn't have cared less about our black experience and what we wanted. We had to fight for stuff every day, every semester, every year. And those pushes feel like they still got little gains. And so I still talk to folks who are African Americans who go to that school now, African Americans who go to that school now, and still had the same struggles we was having back then. And the crazy thing is, the same school my mama went to, and then the same struggles she had. So I don't know if the racial tensions have gotten worse or better, or if they've just gotten better hidden. And that's really
I think that's a good topic to talk about. That school,
absolutely,
different stuff. I'm all for it.
Speaking of that, let me bring to the stage a new person real quick. He just got on. He was on the wrong backstage. We got him now. We got him now. The one and only, my dog, my bro,
Pastor
Richard Holmes. What's up, Doc?
Uh-oh.
See, Now you got the wrong phone holder.
It is. What's
So
that?
we talking about racial tension, Rich.
Talking about these racial tensions, you know.
And
Oh boy,
where we are in the country right now, and I asked him, do we feel it? So we're in a bad racial climate. Let me ask this question. I'm looking at the comments. People says we have black folk. Oh, because we have black folk at the feet of white evangelicals who are wanting to get a stamp of approval from white Christians. Oh, Jerry Thompson Jr. said this. See?
Oh, that's my cousin.
That's your cousin.
Yes, that's my. He's definitely coming on an episode like more than once. I just
Somebody said, "Why did y'all let?"
That's my biggest mentor. So he's definitely coming on more than once. The conversations we have are absolutely phenomenal.
But this is the thing. Now, let me ask you all this question, and no offense, Tiff, because I know you half and half. But how do you guys feel about? Do you feel honestly that the president is racist?
Do I feel the president is racist? I don't think he's racist. I think green is his game. I think he'll use racism.
I don't think Trump is really well. I would say I don't think he has an issue necessarily towards us.
I think he got an issue towards poor people. I think he wants
poor people,
and he'll use whatever it takes to keep that.
And the Mexicans, he want them all out of here. Because they've been all through Chicago stopping them and getting them up out of here. They've been out here doing it. But they walk right past us and go get them. Because that was my argument with this Hispanic guy online one day. We were talking and he said, "You blacks don't respect what Trump has done for you. You blacks, number one, was the problem." And then I told him, but you seem to forget, we're not the group of people he's trying to push out the country. He wants you gone. And the same guy I saw weeks later, they came up to his job and took his wife and his brother. They go. They're up out of here.
Folks are scared though. That's the scary thing.
Terrified.
I told y'all the work I do in the community, right? Like the community work I do, and I've got some clients who are from other countries. They were here asylum and other stuff like that. And like for a minute, I wasn't hearing from a few of them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like just scared. Like it's real. Like. They were scared. They didn't know what to do. Didn't know where to go. Didn't know. You know what I mean? It's scary right now. Times for certain people, and what's even more interesting is that it felt like a lot of folks voted towards that, even though it was against their own self-interest. And so, I guess we're gonna learn this lesson. We're gonna find out. But who to say what's right or wrong? Let's just wait and see what happens.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Because I think he's biased.
That's me too, man. Just trying to see what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I kind of know where I stand and what I believe, and it's just with this world, you don't know what's gonna happen, man.
Yeah,
you like this is great. The next thing, oh my God, what didn't happen? Mm-hmm. Also, you don't know how things can come back and be prepared for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I'm trying to see if it's gonna be a blessing in disguise for my church folk out there. Come on, somebody. You don't know. Yeah, we got to persevere. You know what I mean? Just get past it on.
And that's why the Bible says, pray for those who are in leadership so that you will live peaceable lives. Like that's the other end of it. Basically, the other side of it ain't just blindly praying for those who are in leadership. Like, I think that has been misconstrued very much so. Yeah. And used against us a lot of times, even like, well, you're supposed to just pray for those who are in leadership. No, so that you may live a peaceable life. You be able to do what
you got to see the whole thing.
Yeah. Because if you got to pray for them for that point, it probably means they up to some stuff that could put your life at risk. You know what I mean? It probably means that they're doing some stuff that can put your life at risk. And so you're praying for them so that you can have that,
But you know what?
So
what you said earlier, though, this whole election in the last few years really did expose a lot of this, how other races and churches feel towards us.
Wow.
A lot of them, you like, wait a minute, that's how you feel? And they, then like from Jimmy Swagger's son on down. Who started, black folk and built up your church and your musicians, but you say, these Black Lives Matter, and they're like, what they call them, mobs and thugs and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think this is really a good.
Yeah, white people, when they do it, they're protesting.
Right.
That's crazy to me. This same white guy broke a window out. He only did it because of peer pressure to take his wheels around it. But I never, and the evangelical churches really showed who they were to their members. A lot of their members left because some of the comments that were made and stuff. Not saying all evangelical churches.
Right. I just think it's a time things are being revealed, like in these moments. Like I think in all areas of life and places that we're in, whether it's the government, whether it's in church, whether it's in just at businesses and whatever's going on, things are just really being revealed, and we got to make sure we in point to hear and know when it's time to move. You know what I'm saying, and what to do next. Because things are being uncovered that we never thought we'd hear about or see, and I'm like, oh my God, what is happening now?
Yeah.
And so it's just taking the time to just, just see, like you said, what's gonna happen, what's really gonna happen. But things that
you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scary part, and the fact that this man is into it with every single country. How do you be into it with everybody at the same time? And you keep threatening Canada, and they was the president of Canada said, "We'll show you better. We can tell you." And they hit that light, that off switch is dark. The lights are going off in how many states? Like, how do you huh?
Don't get me lying. I don't know.
Yeah, Canada controls the lighting. I think it's for parts of the East Coast, Michigan, parts of Kentucky. So if they turn off power, all those states will be completely black. Ain't no electricity. So they threatened, and the president over there, the thing is, President Trump is used to bullying people. But you got the guy from Ukraine, president of Mexico. Ain't none of them scared of him. China, none of them people scared of him. China, like, man, we your landlords. We're not scared of you. None of them people are scared of the United States at all. Like, period. There's nothing that he can say to threaten these people. Like the night when he threatened, we're gonna, he got a lot of places making stuff in America now. He's not gonna allow certain countries. So they're like, okay, fine. We gonna take this and just do this over here. So now everybody's separated. And that's what he wants the United States to be its own independent thing. But the United States owe too many people money.
Yeah.
We are in debt to everybody. And now you're threatening the last people that's giving you money. And you threaten the European countries, the United Nations, NATO. He threatened everybody. Like, we don't need none of y'all.
I mean, at the end of the day, the reality is we're in such a global world that anything you do on the global stage is going to affect people at the most personal of levels. I mean, think about it. I mean, most of us probably got stuff on right now, like right here on this that's watching, and it's even on here. Most of our stuff came from China. We probably, order off Temu and Shine or Sheen, however you say it. Sheen.
Not mine. No.
Not my stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like a lot of that stitching and stuff is getting done in these places where companies can get lower costs. And so at the end of the day, there's like this dichotomy of thought that's going on because business says that you save a buck. It's about making the most money you can. So you go to other countries and you send your businesses there. Well, you don't have to pay as high of a wage. I know that sounds bogus on one hand, but it's the reality of things because American workers require more. So you can't fault a business for doing what businesses do, which is going to save money by going to places like China, Mexico, other places in Central and South America. Like, you can't fault them for it on that hand, but then you also punish them for it and say that they have to do this. Well, that's going to get passed on to a consumer. So, but it does give more people in America jobs, I guess. But does it really if the prices get too high? Like, I mean, it's just hard to see. That's what I say. I don't really know. Who's to say what's right or wrong? Let's just wait and see what happens. I mean, on one hand, I do want to see American jobs. On the other hand, I don't want to see prices be $90 for a cheap T-shirt. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and to answer the question from earlier,
right?
30 states in the United States receive electricity from Canada. So 30 out of 50 get their electricity from Canada. So you piss them people off and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Now we all
getting that though. Like, what's the way that they're getting it? Because I don't really know. What's up, Audrina? Good to see you this morning. How do they receive their
it's transmission lines, it's hydroelectricity. A lot of the things that we use to power stuff is from them, and they got it put over here, so they have the ability to shut it off.
Interesting.
That's crazy, right? And the president can already said, you keep threatening us, we're gonna put y'all in the dark. He done said it numerous times. So they told her, "Hey man, leave that man alone. Sir, just leave him alone. Leave that man alone, because 30 of your states are gonna be in the dark. People walk around with candles. It's gonna look like the Stone Age or something. Get up out of here."
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. I don't know.
Here we go.
Yeah.
We got some more comments.
Show them up. Show them up. Show them up. I'm going to get me some more coffee because this is crazy work.
Dominique, Dom is on here. Sanders is on here.
What's up?
Producer Willie Jordan says racism is the smoke and mirror tool that. Oh wait a minute! Oh dang it! It just messages left. It just jumped away.
That's Willie J.R. Jordan. He also works as one of the sites. That's Bishop Jordan's son. That Willie Jordan.
Yeah, he had a message. I missed it. I was reading it and it went away.
One of the Chicago house legends. Great house producer and all that. He gonna
Here's something else too that your cousin said. Telling companies to build in the U.S. is a knee-jerk reaction. It takes years to plan, build, and outfit a manufacturing company. So the economy would have produced many casualties by that time. Jamaica Lachey, the artist, just joined.
Shout out to Jamaica Lachey. She'll be on with us on Friday.
Yeah, we got 14 minutes left.
Dude, oh my God. What time is it?
Oops, excuse me.
Yeah, no, we got 45 minutes. Oh, God.
Ooh, pardon me. Sorry.
If I fall asleep, don't y'all.
But today we've had, today was a good thing because as of today so far.
Y'all talked about the draws?
Yes.
We did.
Tiffany got them.
We found out that Tiffany is the one who has them. She stole Lenny Williams' draws. We found out what happened. It was
hold them up to the camera.
Miscommunication. Somebody stole Lenny Williams' draws.
I don't want to see his
You don't want to see
draws.
him?
No.
I'm putting them up. You said, look, it's for sale to the best buyer on eBay.
But right now.
So next week, y'all will be bidding on Lenny Williams' draws.
Oh my goodness! Raffle for his draws. $1 raffle for his
Tune in. You can win Lenny Williams' draws. We found out who took them. It was Tiffany. Stole Lenny Williams' draws.
And just so you guys know, for today, we're at 400 views. We had over 9 shares and 118 comments.
Yay! Shout out to everybody who likes.
Yeah, that's just on your page. That's not including mine.
Yeah, y'all please continue to do so. Make sure you share. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend, tell somebody you don't even like, because this is a great way to start the morning. I think it's a great way to start the morning. I have not decided on that yet. As you can see, I'm clearly still sleepy. So, clearly, that's why I'm about to go pour another cup of coffee.
Let's bring it off. Get ready. This is
so let's see here. We started talking about other stuff because we got veered off. But Tiffany, you was telling us about the whole R&B versus thing. We were talking about the R&B versus gospel versus, and I want to dive into that some more because we're going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow as well when Ari gets on. That's one of the conversations I definitely want to hit up with her. And I know we all have some views and opinions around that. We heard some from the audience, but I know you said that you were looking to get back into doing some stuff and you're going to cut some stuff and you want to kind of revisit some of that. So when you say revisiting gospel / R&B, are you meaning like R&B style gospel or just straight up love songs? You know?
Zeke, right before Tiffany answers, Zeke, somebody said something to you and said, your friend, Miss Scott, she said, speaking of the Bible, when are we going to treat it as a book of nonfiction instead of a book that should be in every household? I do not read the Bible every day. She wants a response to that.
Wait, repeat the question one more time.
She says, speaking of the Bible, when are we going to treat it as a book of nonfiction? Treat it as a book of nonfiction? Instead of a book that should be in every house. I do not read the Bible every day. Instead of she's saying it's nonfiction. Rephrase the question for me, but Tiffany answers her question. I don't really know if I fully understand the question. In other words, she's saying we treat the Bible as its law, but why don't we need to start treating it as what it is, in her opinion, that is nonfiction.
I think that that's a very layered response that requires.
Yeah. And, rephrase that.
Yeah, rephrase there's a very layered response to that, and
we only got 10 minutes.
That will be a
topic.
It'll be a very layered response. Let's just put it that way. But I want Tiffany to answer this question. We'll revisit that one about the Bible situation.
Bronya Scott, rephrase that, please. All right,
so seminarians are going to,
Yeah, we'll be ready.
Yeah.
I got an answer to what I think you're asking, definitely. Yeah. But go ahead, Tiffany. What are you trying to visit back into it? Yeah.
No, it was just, R&B style gospel. Just, because I want to be able to reach those who are still kind of, and I ain't trying to sound all extra churchy.
Nah, you good.
But I still do want to kind of reach back and be able to connect with people who still do listen to R&B music, but to be able to get them into more of a learning their walk with the Lord. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And especially after having that crazy dream I had, I just felt like I don't want to be responsible for leading people in the wrong direction. I don't want that blood on my hands. So yeah, I definitely want to do R&B style gospel music because it's fun anyway. And I want to be able to not just sing, I want to perform.
Yeah, I feel that. And plus, you got your own style then, right? Like if you got your own style, like I think it's crazy work when people expect folks to have a sound because that's just, for lack of a better term, that's just what they want to hear or what they expect something is supposed to be. And so to that effect, like if you do gospel, it's got to sound like this, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. Like I don't.
Everybody didn't come from that, you know what I mean? Everybody, that's not even everybody. That's not even in everybody,
right?
Like, like. So if your style is more R&B, I feel like go for it. Like if your style is more what we would classify as R&B, because what is R&B even anymore? I mean,
right. What is that?
What is it anymore even? Like Jill Scott is very different than what TLC would have gave us, and that's very different than what Summer Walker has given us, and that's very different than what Fantasia gives. I mean, you know what I mean? And you just, what is R&B even? It's all just sounds that somebody put in a box, so they could sell it. That's true. All it really is.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So here's the crazy part then. Okay, so this is going to sound crazy coming from me. Would you sign to a label to push that, even if they made you have to change your style up? I'm triggering myself as I ask that question.
I don't know. I think I want to be like independent. I don't think I want them to have control over me like that. I think I would want to just stay independent because for me, I just do it because for the love of it. I don't have to make money off of it like that for real. I just do it because that's what I love to do.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I do it every Sunday at church. I'm up there singing on the worship team. I'm not getting paid for that. So I just do it for the love of it. You know what I mean?
Would you like to get paid for it?
That'd be cool. Who wouldn't want to, get a little check? But yeah,
everybody would have a husband that's producing records making that money. This how you do Tiffany. Because what kind of car you got?
Who, me?
What kind of cars y'all got?
We have a Maserati. I have my Mercedes, and then we have an Alfa Romeo.
So you see right there,
oh my God, it's good to me. Sound like God is good.
You shot by tie.
You got to get it in the reverse.
Like, who needs money around here?
No, that's dope.
No, I get it.
Yeah. I guess at the end of the day, I guess you just
see the ring.
If it's what you love, go for it.
If you like it, then you should have put it. I don't want to get sued. Beehive, don't come this way. I was just having a good time.
I ain't got my ring on.
I welcome it. I like to argue. It don't scare me at all.
I realize I ain't got my ring on. Like I need to find it.
All right, Zeke, this is what she's saying to you. She just rephrased her question.
Bet.
She says there are certain books that do not pertain to us, period. However, most pastors want to put them in this Western hemisphere.
Oh, yeah. So the idea, So the idea, if I can give some context there to what I think she's saying, obviously the Bible was not written in the Western world. It's a very Eastern thing, right? The Middle East, where it comes from. It's the Middle East. So Eastern thought and Western thought. I don't know if anybody's ever heard, this, but there's a whole Western civilization, then there's Eastern civilization. And the root basis of Eastern and Western are two completely different mentalities. Like Western is pretty much from the Greek world, if you will, whereas Eastern thought is very much about community, family, other things like that. So, yeah, so but Western thought is more about self, if you will, at the end of the day. So it's very easy to read yourself into scripture when you think of self all the time as opposed to community. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. The key word there is love your neighbor, as opposed to just love God, love yourself, and then hope everybody else jumps on board. So Western thought is very easy to say, F everybody, I'm in this by myself. Whereas in the Eastern world, like if you bring dishonor to your family, right? You see this in like places like China, Japan, other places like that. India, if you bring dishonor to your family, you might as well just kill yourself. Like it's a very different way. But in Western thought, you could very much just cut your family off, as many of us have done sometimes. You can cut your family off and just live your own life because it's about living your best life. Two completely different modes of thought. And so when you read scripture from an Eastern thought, it leads you down a very different path, I think, than when you read it from a Western thought. Even just the way Jewish literature goes, right? I mean, if you look at the Old Testament, there's things in there. If and when you're in seminary and stuff, they make you take these reading the Bible as literature.
We got 4 minutes, everybody.
Now we on till 10. We got 30 minutes. We got 34 minutes.
Do it?
Yeah.
Wait, because my thing
he ready to get off, bro. He ready to go.
You got the wrong time. You got 10 o'clock on your thing.
Mine is showing a different time.
Are you in Vegas? Where you at, man?
It's weird. Mine saying
like even if it was 9:30, it'd be 2 minutes.
Mine is saying how many hours are we about to be at? What's yours say?
Almost 2.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
Okay, you know what? And
then we're 2.5. We're on for 2.5.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at him rubbing his face.
I told you whose idea was it to do this early in the morning. But
go ahead.
I think that what she's getting at is that in America we've had this thing now where we've co-opted scripture to be basically American justification for everything. So we look for the end times in American political events. We look for I don't know. We look basically for scripture to justify whatever we wanted to justify from our Western world. And I mean, at the end of the day, these people didn't know what America was. They weren't thinking about none of that when none of this stuff was written. So if you find yourself reading it into if you find yourself reading America into scripture, you probably already started off on the wrong foot, in my opinion. I mean, you probably already started off on the wrong foot. Now, that's not to say you can't pull, Eric. That's not to say you can't obviously pull the principles, because I think the Bible is a living document that works for everyone, every culture, everything. So obviously you can pull principles. But if you're trying to tie the end times or whatever to what's going on in American events, you probably already gonna set yourself up for failure. And I think a lot of these end time preachers have found that out a lot of times over the course of the last 200 years. I mean, there's so many end dates that they've given us. The second coming is coming. Even Jesus himself said, "No man knows the coming. It's up for the Father to know."
Mm-hmm.
But we try to read ourselves into it, and I think that's just the natural thing to do from a Western perspective. I don't know. That's that. Maybe that helps to give a little bit of context to the question that she's asking. So, but once you take it like that, I think that it sends you down a very different path of how you engage with scripture. And for me, that turned into a whole deconstructing of what I was thinking and all that.
But do you think that makes people like get lost and feel like, man, I ain't gonna do all this to try to understand?
Nah, I don't think so. I think that people who are maybe our age and up, maybe so, a little older than us and up, I think maybe so, because they don't really have it in them. I've always said, so I've said this for a long time. After graduating college, after graduating a bachelor's, I noticed that it changes the way you think. Like because you have to write papers, you got to research stuff. They get in your tail if you just go straight to Wikipedia and try to get So it forces you to think a little deeper. A lot of times it forces you to look a little deeper. And so it's just kind of in you. And so millennials, we were the most college educated generation, up until that point. And then we taught that kind of mode of thinking to our children and the next generations. And so now out of all of that came social media. It came the now AI revolutions and stuff. Google. I mean, now it's so easy to just find out information and stuff. In my cell phone, in the palm of my hand, I have more information than my grandfather could ever dream to have had. Like, my grandfather was one of the wisest people I've ever known, but he had to have all kinds of books and concordances and a library full of stuff. And so it took a lot of research. Man, I can just chat GPT something. And if you know how to engage with that, you can do in 20 minutes what would have taken past generations 3 years to do. And I mean that literally, not even with hyperbole. That's literal, you know. You know, so I don't think that, and I think that's the problem we probably face with the church and this generation now, is that it's so easy for folks to find stuff that they can be like fact checking you while you're preaching. They're fact checking you while you're preaching. They don't have to go home and study it no more. They can right there, and now they're looking at you with the side eye. I don't think it's, you know what I mean? Man,
that's heavy.
Yeah.
I just going on, man, to try to get some information to church to try to better my life. I just think that's a lot. That's just me. I look at the word and scripture, very simple. Very simple. Spend time with the Father, get to know him. He'll tell you everything you need to know. He'll guide you where you need to go. Get in tune with yourself too. Add yourself and know who you are. Understand those gifts and let it work. Man, if I got to go through all of that, all right, cool. God, maybe, hey, listen. I would just take the word for what it is.
Yeah, but what is the word? That's the thing. What is the word? So, like, you take a book like
the word speaking to you. I take it very simple to Adam and Eve time. They didn't have no Bible. They didn't have no scripture. They was living their best life, and that was the entire plan originally for man. I don't care what other seminary has to. That was it. That was the plan. It got effed up. So how do I go back to the plan? You know, and that's my thing. If I can get back to that, where it's just me and God, I didn't have no intercessor. I didn't have no this person. I had no other knowledge that had to come inside. Pause. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's just I had God, and if I can figure that part out, I think I can make it through the rest. And I thank God for all the leaders that helps. If they can point me back to Christ, I need you in my corner. That's what I need. Yeah. But that's just, my thoughts. I love the educational portion. I'm always listening. Now that I'm learning how this thing go, I'm learning so much stuff now. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. All this was in the Bible. This was going on. Yeah. I just want to keep it simple. Adam and Eve, they had it real simple till that old enemy came on in there. But now we found out ways to kind of defeat him. Okay, come on. I ain't trying to be churchy like Tiffany said, but
he's churchy.
So I look at it like this. I mean, what do you do with stuff? So that's 44,000 denominations, 44, 46, something like that. 1,000 denominations. All of them heard a word from God. That is a lie. All of them heard a word from God, and yet all of them went a very different direction. At least 44,000 times currently, right? What do I do with the information that the canon that we use, right? We call it the Bible, but at the end of the day, it's a canon, right? It's a canon. There are 4 other major canons, something like that. I might be wrong with this. Somebody gonna crucify me in the comments, I'm sure, but they'll understand the point. There are other major canons. So the Eastern Orthodox Church doesn't use the same Bible we use. The Catholic Church still puts the Apocrypha in this. You see what I'm saying? Like, so how do we come this what I guess what I'm driving at is these are real questions that people have, and the church has not historically had a good job of helping to answer those questions. And this is not like deep knowledge or anything like that either. This is this is just historical facts. It just is what it is. Like, so when they come in and they ask questions, then when they can't get an answer, then the obviously response will be, well, it must be all fake. Let's just throw it all away.
I think again that goes back on this other person. Everything we created this model to be on one person that knows it all, or this one higher power. This person, this man, this woman knows it all. We don't, but we put on the facade of pastors. They put it on because people expect that.
Yeah,
they expect the pastor to know it all. They don't, so they make stuff up at times to encourage people, to keep people going, to give them hope. And it's just like, for me, it's like, yo, we got to do better in that case, in that space.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're right. That's why I say when people go to different knowledge and try to get this, like, if one church is saying you to let go, and then I go to another church and tell you to hold on, I'm confused. Which word am I supposed to go with? So now I'm gonna blame this pastor because he told me to hold on, and then stuff don't work out in my life. So I get upset with them. I'm gonna go to another church. This church told me to let go. I let go. It still didn't work out in my life, and I'm mad at them. When the only still comes back to you and your relationship with God. And I believe if we get out of the model of expecting a man or woman to hold us up all day, then that's going to be an issue going on forward in what we're trying to raise in this next generation. Because this next generation is now starting to see, I got to do this my own. I got to work out my own salvation. I got to figure this out. And I think once they understand that, now you're following God's will for your life, because God's will for your life is different than God's will for my life, which may lead to, quote unquote, another denomination. Because I'm following Christ. I'm following what I'm sensing he's telling me to do. I might miss it a couple times, like a lot of people did. Denominations that's probably got started, they probably missed it and they heard the word of God, but they kept it going because money was flowing. Hey, we ain't gonna stop it now. But they could have missed it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I digress.
No, it goes back to what you said. The Bible does say, work out your own salvation.
Yeah.
You gotta see where he's leading you. Where God took Zeke is different. Where he may take me or take you or take Tiffany or take whoever. Right. That's why we have to know him for ourselves and let the convictions. There are I think there are certain staple convictions that we always share. 10 Commandments. Staples in Christian faith that we all believe. Don't kill, you don't steal, this and another. Everything else is kind of almost like a personal conviction, because Zeke may be a person that can sit back and listen to R&B music. I may be a guy who says it's offensive. It don't bother Zeke, but it bothers me. So do I push how I feel on Zeke? No, that's between Zeke and God on his side, it's between me and God on my side. Like you said, work out your own stuff. People don't do that enough. We worry about everybody else's stuff. And we put too much pressure on pastors and stuff. Now, of course, I know the Bible says they're a certain regard, and they're sent here to teach. But sometimes we wear those leaders out. That's why so many pastors are dying early and having heart attacks and retiring and quitting. And people have become so dependent on them, we don't go to God for ourselves, I think. That's just me personally.
And I agree with that.
We get everything from them.
Yes.
And then when they make a mistake, because they're still human, they make a mistake. Oh, see, all church people fake. Well, he's a person. He made a mistake.
Now, I'm not saying they should still not be, they should be doing their best now. They should be doing the best, a great example. I do believe in that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm saying let them, they're being the best example. What I mean is church people have just become, okay, there's an example of a pastor that lived here in Indiana, right? Now, I see both sides of it, but I don't see his, I'm going to say why I don't see his side. He was a pastor who went in the street and got a lot of kids. His church, when you visit his church, it was all black, Hispanic, white. He took his church membership from his father and took over. That church went from 8 members to a solid 600, 700 young people every week.
Wow.
You couldn't even get in.
Wow.
The choir was killing, the band was killing, the power of God was going crazy in that place. Some of these kids never, ever went to church, ever. He was their first reputation of God or ministry, period. Because a lot of these kids were street kids. He go out there to Hispanic neighborhoods and minister to dudes on the corner. They come in there and get saved, and they still tatted up. And he let them be themselves. Like, that's who you are. He didn't judge them for that. And what messed him up was he started liking one of the young girls at the church, and he was married and left his wife for that girl. And he said, First Lady Dunn, this is my new woman. Everybody's like, wait a minute. So now, the man that was held in certain esteem, which he should be, when he did that, you know what happened? So most of those young people saw him. They were, when I say they were crying, they were heartbroken. Like, man, I looked up to you as this person. Now, see, that's where, like you said, the pastor got to be at a certain level and have a certain amount of self-respect, because those kids knew nothing. Those people knew nothing about God.
Yeah.
He was the only thing they ever heard about Jesus and about God. And they were looking at him like, man, he leading us right. He was teaching them the word, and he was growing and stuff. And then he like, yeah, I'm gonna leave my wife for one of the other chicks here in the church. And then what happened? That 600, 700 young people a week, it was just went boom. And now someone going on the first one and said, man, that man came and got me and told me he was doing it and blah, blah. Is it his fault? To an extent, yeah. But at the same time, he's still a person. But in the eyes of those that don't go to church, you're not just a person. It goes back to like, that's why I think the Bible says for a pastor to walk a certain way and to live a certain way, because you're not the same as I am. You know, yes, we're both men and make mistakes, but you're held to, like the president. President Trump can't walk up in here, and he could.
I was gonna say he does.
Yeah, he does. Let's use Barack Obama. How when that one was pointing in his face. Now most of us would have smacked their hand off his face and went off on her. He still kept his poise and his, you know, who he was, and just backed away and let her say, you know, he didn't argue. He wasn't argumentative. He was like, hey, you gonna feel like you want to feel. But pastors have to be in a certain regard, but at the same time, the people have to understand that he's just a man at the same time. So it's a real slippery thing, because if you don't know no better, that's all you know. And that's what the problem was with all these young people in the church. They never went to church. He came to their neighborhoods and brought them to church. Hey, you have been to church. Who is Jesus? Who is that? Let me tell you about it. And like I was telling Zeke, you weren't on here. I told him this guy took over his daddy's church. He took it from 20 members to over 600 young people in 3 months.
No, I was here. I was just
all color.
Yeah.
You got the Puerto Ricans in there dancing, the black, everybody in this age church group is 30s and 20s and teens. All right.
So you got the Puerto Ricans in there dancing.
What? Killing it. But that was his church. The band was young. He could preach, and he was anointed to do what he did. He had a powerful street ministry. And then one time, you let one of the girls come to church like, "Who's she? Fine, she bad." And your wife sitting up there ministering with you, y'all praying for kids. You tell your wife, "Yeah, you get on out of here. I want her." And now this happens to people when you go to church home. And now, of course, they're still held accountable because that's their soul and their, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That blood is still, it goes back to scripture. That blood is still in that pastor's hands because you misled you wilded out. And now you've turned hundreds away from the faith because of your actions. And then he said, I'm going to move. Then he left the church and moved them out of state. I'm going to open up a church somewhere else. I'm going to get up out of here. They were like, well, who's going to be our pastor now? We don't know nothing. He left them just gone. People in the church next door, the door locked, chains on the door. So at that point, 600 plus young people back out in the street. Some worse than they was before they started.
Yeah.
And he ended up dying a few years later.
Yeah. This stuff is real out here.
People
but at the same token, I've seen churches that are so religious that is also driven people.
You run people away from
like into early graves. Like I've seen more opportunities get lost because they were religiously bound. Like, I mean, I've heard folks talk about they were discouraged from going to college, or discouraged from taking that study abroad trip, or discouraged from taking that job that would have paid really well, or didn't marry that woman. They wanted to hook up with somebody else. And next thing you know, 3 years down the line, they fighting and beating each other, but they shouldn't have been together to begin with. And now as kids involved, I mean, religion did a lot of that too.
Yes, it did.
So I think at the end of the day, the best thing to do is just point people to God. Just point people to Jesus, man. What you think, Tiffany? You got real quiet on us. We just
I mean, I agree. I agree with what Zeke just said. Because it is. I mean, we must just honestly speak upon the fact that there are a lot of people who are church hurt, people who have gotten just misconceptions behind religion. But that's why it's important to have, I feel like that's why it's important to have your personal, true relationship with the Lord yourself, because anybody can tell you anything. But if you don't have a relationship with the Lord yourself and you don't possess the spirit of discernment, you'll be easy to be led astray. You can't make everybody your daggone shepherd.
Come on. You talking, Tiffany? Come on.
You have to have discernment in knowing who is the real deal and who just talking.
Look at how I'm trying to preach a little bit.
Which again puts the onus back on you.
But how do you determine discernment without, like, where do you determine have you discerning correctly or not?
Zeke.
If it's discernment versus your own.
I saw Instagram.
The Pastor Ellis.
Oh, Pastor. Oh, no. I didn't see that.
He said, Pastor Bill Ellis, I want y'all to join my denomination, working on the charter now. He put the laugh as everything else is negotiable.
Pastor Bill Ellis, he's going to be on with us a number of times.
Everybody.
That's my pastor. I'm Bill Ellis, and I love everybody.
Everybody.
He's going to be on with us several times. He will be on with us several times.
Right.
Tiffany, you got
so you asking pretty much how can you tell? How do you know if it's discernment versus like your own inner, just like, hey, this is. I don't know. It's still, to me, it still goes back to if you have a relationship with the Lord, you know, if you are truly a child of God, you know His voice, because the Bible teaches that His children will know Him by His voice. Like we just know, and I feel like it takes for you to fast and pray to know the difference too. It's very important to make sure that you are emptying yourselves out, turning down your plates, whatever it is that you need to do to fast from, to get in front of the presence of the Lord so that you can get those answers. Because He will speak. You just have to listen.
Yeah.
And to answer somebody's question, they said, what do you think will happen if there's a mandate to shut down all these buildings y'all call churches? Well, the relationship is between you and God anyway. The building is just a building. Yeah. The building is just a place you go. But
my real answer on that one?
Go ahead.
My real answer on that one? Sometimes I think these buildings need to be shut down. We divert a lot of resources to some other things. We spend a lot of. My mother preached a sermon one time. It changed my thinking. It changed my thinking. I've gone on a long path of. In the white world, they call it deconstruction. In the black world, we just call it church hurt. But I went on a long path of this, like right. Even while in the church, and my mother preached a sermon one time, and this probably what kicked it off. And she said, if our church, and now give a little context real quick. Our church was really open like 7 days a week. Like we had all kinds of. We had like soup kitchens, food pantries. Clothing giveaways, all this stuff like that. I mean, we had full volunteer staff, full minister staff. Like we had youth programs, with all this kind of stuff. Sunday was a very small part of the equation in the grand scheme of things. Out of 7 days, Sunday is 1 day. And my mother preached this sermon, and she just broke it down into 4 things. She said, if we're doing Sunday service, if you count like food pantries, clothing giveaways, stuff like that, if you count I forget what else she said, but let's just call it 4 different things. I don't know, right? She said, well, if Sunday service is one of 4 things, that's only 25% of what you do in your church, right? Mm-hmm. Yet somewhere between 90 to 100% of what we raise goes to that 25%, that 2 hours that we sit in the building. About 100% of what we raise goes to that. So the math just don't necessarily math. I say that to say, if we didn't have the building overhead, well, we wouldn't have to raise as much. If we didn't have the but people want the experience at the end of the day. People want to come to church, right? But there's a lot of successful churches that just rent a place. There's a lot of successful churches that just do home churches. There's a lot of, there's a lot of.
Right. You can't, like some people, like you said, church is just a place where all of like-minded people come together and say, hey, we're going to worship together. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Ain't nothing but a building at the end of the day.
It's just a building that you can have church at your house. It's just you and two other people. You can have church by yourself in your living room.
Church is just a transliteration of the word ecclesia, which is a Greek word. It just means a group of people that's together for the same common purpose. The word is found not just in regards to church. It became that, but that word is found in all kinds of Greek literature. Basically, just to mean a group of people. Like an ecclesia could be a group of people at a sports game. We all together at a sports game for the same reason. Because the game, it can be a group of people that's there to play video games. It's just a group of people. That's all it is, for the same reason.
Because I saw the comment that somebody, and I saw what she said. And I get what she's saying. She said she believed they all should be shut down. But if we're saying that off because they're flawed, then I can't agree.
I can't agree with that personally.
I can agree with that because that's the case. Shut your job down because you got mistakes at your regular job.
Yeah.
Your job mistakes. Your doctor.
McDonald's kill more people every year.
Everything should shut down.
McDonald's kill more people every year than a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody saying shut them McDonald's down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let me ask you this question, all of you. This question. Somebody asked me this on the side chat. They said, "Why do people say church hurt? You never hear job hurt, school hurt, or any of that.
Yes,
why is church a real hurt?"
Excuse my language, but yes, you do hear about that. I just got done talking about the hurt I had at my school, at my job. People have left jobs because their boss got on their nerves or because they don't get along with their coworkers. People leave relationships because they get hurt. It's human nature to get into conflict with other people, and when you can't take it anymore, then you leave. The problem is that the reason church hurt gets a lot of pickup now is because it's been suppressed all the time. It's one of them places where it gets suppressed. You just shut up and listen to what your pastor says. You just do what the pastor says. Don't question God. Don't. And then that turns into a thing where if you well up long enough, you'll talk about it. And the label that we've given it is church hurt because we didn't get that hurt from work. We didn't get that hurt from school. We didn't get that hurt from relationship. We got it in church. Yeah. But we also have relationship hurts. That's why you and your boyfriend didn't work out back in high school because he hurt your feelings. That's why you didn't work at that same job that was your first job, that you hated flipping burgers at McDonald's. You hated it. It hurt you every day. So what did you do? You went to school, got a better education, and got a better job so you didn't have to flip. We just got done talking about DoorDash and Instacart and all that. Somebody pulled a gun on me when I was DoorDashing. That was work hurt. I decided I didn't want to do it no more. Yes, you get hurt. Yeah, like I think that's a faulty argument. I think that only church people who try to suppress things, and I don't mean this in any disrespectful way, but I think it's just the suppression tactic to say that, you can get hurt. You can get hurt everywhere, obviously. Yeah. People have hurt. We just don't call it that. Church hurt, we just don't know what else to call it, so that's just what we titled it.
And Miss Scott, that was not all what I said. I answered what you said. I had side messages going too, because she said that's not the reason she said what she said. But everything
I get it. No, I get it. Yeah, but I mean, I'm addressing because none I've heard. But if you've grown up in church, you've heard that as the word church hurt started coming around in our generation. And that's why I say I'm not trying to come at that person. I'm coming just at
I was responding
the general idea, because we've heard so many preachers who preach that exact sermon. Well, you didn't stop going to McDonald's because they got your order wrong. Yes, the heck I did. It's a McDonald's around the corner from my house, and I don't go to that McDonald's. I go all the way to the one like 3 miles away because I hate the one that's literally around the corner. I hate that one. I go 3 miles away to McDonald's. What is going on?
You changing?
That is church hurt.
That's the social hurt. What is this? I don't know what
He is awful.
That's the nigga who stole Lenny Williams' draws.
Mervyn Hammond said God has bigger plans and intentions for his children that go way beyond having a building. Sometimes that line of thinking is the way we put God in the box.
Hey, that's good. I like that.
Yeah, shout out to Mervyn.
Who said that?
Mervyn Hammond. He's a singer out of St. Louis.
Okay, Mervyn.
And your wife, Rich, your wife said, I have a topic, but I'm going to save it for the next time. Looking at the time. Oh, yeah, we got 5 minutes.
Okay.
This time you're actually correct. This time we only have a few minutes. You are absolutely correct.
Right this time.
Right, we don't have this now, Eric.
What is the First Lady Holmes?
Yeah, but like I said, that's the idea of what we've heard so many preachers that said that so many times that gave us the whole, you get hurt everywhere else, but you don't stop going there. Yes, the heck you do. Like, I mean, you let a restaurant serve you some whack food. I bet you don't go back to that restaurant.
Yeah, somebody did tell me that. They said you don't like the job, but you ain't gonna just up and quit and be broke and poor. I'm like,
but my church, 9 times out of 10, that's different from musicians and stuff. But most people don't get paid to go to church, so I think you have some agency in that decision. That if you're not getting what you need at your church, I'll be the first to tell you, leave and go somewhere else that makes sense. Like, it's just
literal sense, huh?
Like, right. And if you get literal sense, yeah. But I mean, your job, I mean that ain't quite the same argument. And that's I think that's what I'm driving at. We try to make the church in these same arguments, but then on the other hand, we try to prove to people that it ain't the same thing. And it's like, well, don't make the same argument. Like, people can't just up and leave their job off, and they'll figure out how to do it when time comes right. But they're not just gonna up and leave without like another plan in place, because that's how they get their resources to pay their to feed their families, and like, I'm not gonna go homeless just because I don't like my job. Like, I'll figure out how to get another job, but I ain't gonna go homeless. Church, on the other hand, if I stop going to my church, I'm not gonna lose my home over it. Like, I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, I might pick up a few hours. Like, I might be missing some overtime because I'm at church. Like, but I mean, it's the reality. Like,
That's that was somebody's comment. They said they disagree with that statement.
Absolutely. Who's just ringing my doorbell? Hold on. Y'all continue the conversation for a few minutes. Let me go see what's going on here. Hold on 1 second.
We got 3 minutes left. So Tiffany, let's discuss you for a minute here.
All right, Tiffany, come on, close us out, Tiffany. Come on.
Pastor Tiffany. So, what do you have any closing words for the people? We had a lot of people watching today. Do you have any closing words you want to share, or little things, or about your social media where they can go follow you at? Oh, yeah, it's on the screen already. So.
Yeah, y'all can follow me on Instagram. Y'all see my tag on the thumbnail here. It says at Miss Amore.
What's it say again? At who?
Miss Amore, MZ_AFORE.
Never heard of it.
Oh, shut up.
You are right into that. Never heard of it.
He hit me with the never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
I feel like you just set me up just for that moment.
Cool. Have we started closing out? We started going. You told them who you are, Miss Tiffany and Miss Amore. Go ahead. You told them.
Y'all can take the floor. Go ahead. He never heard it.
One last thing. Miss Scott said, Zeke, do not tell your mom I feel this way. I don't want no smoke.
My mom ain't got no smoke on that. My mama started me on these kinds of conversations and those matters. Like, real talk.
It's needed.
Like, yeah, it's needed. And as the generation of people who are asking,
1 minute. We got 1 minute left.
Yeah.
It's been great.
So, Rich, tell us who you are.
Hey, my name is Rich. I want to just let everybody know, one thing I want to say that helped me out during this discussion with church and different things like that. Don't allow church to become your God. Just make sure you're taking moments. Like, if you're rushing to get to church, I got to make sure I'm there for church. I got to make sure make time for church. Make sure you're not making that replace God. Make sure you're spending time with God more than just going to church.
Yeah. That's
good. That's good. Yeah. Eric, tell us who you are. Eric, tell us who you are. And I'm putting this on the full screen.
That's why I put it up there. Nope. I'm just Eric. Work. Feel the same as Rich. That you don't allow people or situations to sway you from God, because he's done nothing wrong but been good to you. So seek him, serve him, and learn about him. And thank all of you that tuned in today, and hopefully you tune in tomorrow and share it with a friend. Yeah, I give it over to Tiffany again, because I messed up her little outro.
Yeah, you just messed me all up.
Go ahead, Tiffany. You do it. I'm gonna give you the same treatment. I'm about to put you on the full screen. There you go.
Okay, cool.
Tell us who you are.
So I feel like with everything that's been said, I agree with the both of you, Rich and E, because I think there is still yet a fine line between idol worship, and I feel like we can idol worship the church. And that's definitely something that we should not do. We should always keep the main focus on having a relationship with the Lord. And that's it. That's all. Anything else is just like, okay, what we here for? Because that's the main objective. That's the main goal, is to make sure that we have our relationship intact with the Lord ourselves. But as far as me, I'm working on myself. Been working on myself for a very, very long time to make sure that I am practicing everything that I put out, making sure that, I have my own personal relationship, making sure that I'm not leading people astray in any way. That's why I have stopped doing my R&B music, and I'm doing my gospel stuff now, because I'm being more conscious about what legacy that I want to leave behind. So Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. But just make sure y'all are cultivating y'all's relationship with God. Make sure y'all incorporating fasting, because the only way that you can hear from the Lord is when you turning down your place, you emptying yourself out so that He can fill you up and you can hear from Him clear.
That's good. That's good. Absolutely.
I gave him some organ music.
I heard that.
Well, y'all, this has been fun. I want to say thank y'all to Eric and to Tiffany and to my dog Rich Holmes. I want to say thank y'all so much. This has been fun for our first day. Clearly, we didn't know what we're doing totally, so it's just gonna get better every day. I cannot guarantee that I will be fully dressed every morning. I will guarantee you I'll be awake. I just won't guarantee you it'll be fully awake. So I want to say thank you to all of y'all for joining in this morning. Everybody who joined in, everybody who left a comment, everybody who came on. This is a lot of fun. We're going to do this every morning, every weekday. So make sure you tag, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, make sure you send this to a friend. We're going to have some conversations. And if you have a comment or a subject that you want to hit, make sure that you send it to us so that we can make sure to hit it. I might even get a haircut one of these days and not look like Brother Moses. I might even get a haircut, but I'm starting to get attached to all of this crazy hair. So we'll see. I love y'all. We out of here.
Peace to your mom.
I want to say hi to my mama. What's up, mama? We made it.
Hey, mama.
Mama, we made it. Shout out to James Brown. All right, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
Peace.